Hi, I missed our regular session. I am so happy to be here tonight.
I missed it. You won't believe it. I mean, I was feeling like crap and I felt like, oh, I could not do it. But not being able to do it does not take away the want to do it. Because I was like, oh, I wanted to do it so bad. But you and I know both, you and I both know that that energy level has to be there because it takes a lot out of us when we do
It
this and we're
does.
connecting those energies that we're feeling. And if you don't have the energy, if you that energy level, if you can't sustain it, then you can't give a good reading. And you know me better. You know I will never do a poor reading. I just don't do that. I just can't do it.
Even on our good days, like at the end of our 3 hours, I'm still a little bit hyper, but at the very end, like I'm very sleepy and I'm very thirsty. Like it
Yes,
drains me.
absolutely, absolutely. And that is the one thing that we hear over and over is keep hydrated, right? We're always taught keep hydrated because if you are not hydrated properly, you cannot be the conduit. I mean, you just like, oh my gosh, it does zap us full of the liquids. It's like, man.
Yeah. Like I just feel like I'm in a mental fog when I don't divinely guided is here. When I don't get hydrated or I don't get enough
Mhm.
rest, I just feel really, really like drained, like oh, I just need some sleep. Or I the messages seem very foggy to me, like I don't know what I'm receiving, or
Yeah.
like it takes me a long time to comprehend. And I'm like, well, what?
You're
So
kind of
yeah,
like being
rest is
unable.
very important.
Yeah, kind of like being unable to connect the dots or something, right? That's
Yes.
what it is, yeah, 'cause I get that too, and I'm like, "How is it that I have all this information I can usually boom, 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 and when I'm tired, it's like the information's still there, but yet the circuits aren't connecting to say,
Yeah, the
how does this m make sense?" You know, how do
whatever
you
conclusion you're supposed to draw, you're like, it takes me a long time and I have to go on a roundabout, like, oh, okay, now I get it, now I get it. So it takes a minute, a long time.
Yeah, that's why. So I apologize to everybody. I apologize because we were not on live because it's my fault. I was ill, and I told Angie go on. I said you'll be welcome to go on and alone, but I was just not well. And if I'm not well, then there's no way I can guarantee that I'm going to do a fair reading, a good reading, and I won't do a bad reading. I just it just isn't in me. So I'm like I can't do this. And I had to also skip on Thursday morning too, so I missed twice. But I was so called today to get online, so I typed in to Angie, I texted her, I said, "Is there a chance maybe you may up to it?" And she's
And
like,
I didn't see it for a long time, and I'm like, oh no, wait.
so and she's like, "Heck yeah, I'm up to it." So you know how it is. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I am so glad to be back with the Soul Tribe. You guys always make me feel so comfortable and relaxed here, and I'm sure Angie feels the same way, and Shauna shares that same spirit with me on that with that. You guys always make us feel so welcome, and we appreciate that. And hello to everybody. Hello, divinely guided, and hello to blessings. Divinely guided, also great to see you. Everybody divinely guided joined us in class the other day, and it was
Oh,
quite
I
wonderful to
remember
visit
you
with her.
saying that.
Yes, and it was funny because we're going around and Tina was asking everybody, to introduce themselves and whatever, and then she's so divinely guided. It's like I'm here, and I found out through Don through the group through the chat channel, and it's like I'm divinely guided. I'm like, oh my gosh, I mean creating balance. Sorry, creating balance. Sorry, not divinely guided, creating balance. And so I was like, so it was just nice. It was very nice to see you visit to visit
I
the
know
class.
it's nice to put a face with a name, like, oh, that's who you are.
Exactly, and it was interesting too because after the class was over, we did not wind up in the some subgroups, and we did not wind up in the same subgroups. And when we were done, I asked creating balance. I said, how did it go with you, and did you see something? And she was like, yeah, it was great, and she felt connected. She felt like she found things and stuff, and so it was good to meet with her. I'm hoping that we'll see you again tomorrow night and you
It's
enjoy
nice
yourself.
that people don't think we made it up. Like it really is a class. We really do go.
I know it's like they hear about it enough and they're thinking, are these people real? Who are
It
they
can't
trying to
be a
fool?
real class, but it is, and we have fun all the
Exactly.
time.
Yes. And I think as Creating Balance now sees it, it's also just a great group of people who love to get together and do and share this experience. And that's the one thing about it is that and you just learn to know that there's no judgment. Love that part, no judgment, so and that's what gives us the confidence to come on here because you guys out there, you guys are so amazing to us. You guys get out there and you come on here and you make us feel comfortable and you make us feel like we're part of the family, and we believe you're part of our family. That's right, because Angie and I definitely consider you part, and also Shauna, we all three consider you part of that soul tribe. You are part of our soul tribe.
And it's fun. Like I like being on here and hearing about, updates or how people are doing or what they come back and say, "Oh, you were right about this." Like I really like hearing that. It does help with the confidence too because you're like, "Oh, okay, I was on track with something."
Yeah, it's interesting. Creating Balance says you have a much bigger and stronger energy in person. I think I'll take that as a compliment. So yes. And well, yeah, we're going to go ahead and also I've made a list that's people popped in. So if you
Okay.
want readings, the readings so far on the list, this is what I have. And then you tell me if you want to stay on the list or not, because I went ahead and just wrote you all down. So I have Creating Balance first, Divinely Guided second, Blessings third, Jojo fourth, Guko fifth, Naturally Divine Goddess sixth, and Creating Balance seventh. If there's somebody else who popped in and is not on that list, let me know. And if there's somebody on the list that does not want a reading, let me know, and I'll make sure that I make a notation that you won't be getting a reading. But if you're on the list and if your name was called, if your name was written down there, let me know if, you want a general or a specific, and we will make sure that that happens. We don't have Kina tonight to be our little moderator, so we're back on the paperwork, which is good. And
Hi, Jojo.
Jojo says general. Nice to see you, Jojo. Nice to see you. Let's see. And then Divinely Guided says general. Okay, very good. Guko, yes, reading. General or specific, Guko? How are you, by the way? What time is it over there, Guko? I think are you in India or where are you? You're over on the other side of the world, right? I can't recall for sure. And Natural Divine Guidance says general. Okay. Thank you, Jojo. I am so glad to feel better myself, I assure you. It was not pretty. It was not good. As I was telling Angie, I was like, I can't do this. And I had to apologize profusely for having to miss it. So thank you for the good wishes. Let's see, Creating Balance. We don't have, I don't know for you whether it's general or specific. For Blessings, I have here, okay, specific. Okay. Got that, Blessings. Very good. So far, we have, we just need Creating Balance to let us know whether yours is general or specific. And then I don't have yet a response. Let's see, Guko, did you tell me yours was general or specific? I don't remember. I don't think so yet. Let me know. And then Creating Balance. Yeah. Let's see, that was the last one I had, which is the first one on the list. While we're waiting for Creating Balance to give us a general or specific, there he goes. I have some tap me on the shoulder in my room. The morning after class, I was alone. Can you tell me who or what that was? Very interesting. I love that question. Yeah. I'm going to put that up because that's a great question. Yeah. Oh, and
I immediately got a childlike energy, but go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Angie, let me share real quick about this, what I told you about the other day, yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was crazy. Before we get into this, and because it just clicked, and I'm like, if I don't say it now, I'm going to forget it. It was crazy. I was in my car a day, I guess it was yesterday or something, and I was driving, and the radio was set to a specific channel, and it was playing more modern music, and then all of a sudden, the music went off, and new music came on, and it was older music, and it was from the 80s, and it was Take a Look at Me Now from Phil Collins, and it was what was the other one that I thought it was from another movie?
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Just Wait a While.
Yeah, Just Wait a While, exactly. And then Endless Love, Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, and then the one from Endless Summer. I'm telling you, I love Lionel Richie, especially them together for that song. I loved it. Anyway, so all of a sudden they changed to that music, and I'm loving it. And I'm thinking, wow, this is great. I grew up with this, like, this is good music. And next thing you say, this is WPOC, Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm like, what? Wait. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. And the station I was on was a Scottsdale station when I started. And all of a sudden, it's a Baltimore, Maryland station, WPOC, one of the stations that I grew up with, listening to this music. And I thought, Okay, this is freaky. This is strange, right? And so I'm texting Angie. I'm like, Angie, you won't believe what's happening. This is like a time warp situation. I don't know what's going on here. And so that station was there. And then once I got home, I parked the car and I got out of my car, went into the next car. We had two cars sitting side by side. I turned this car on and tuned into that same station, 99.9, and 99.9 in the other car was Arizona still. But the car I was in
Oh,
was
sweet.
WPOC, Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm like, is
That is
that
so
something?
crazy.
Yeah. And I'm thinking either this is like a time warp and I'm going back home, or I need to reach out to the folks at home. So I reached out, but I haven't heard anything bad. And I'm thinking that's a good thing. I don't know. So when you talked about tapping somebody on the shoulder, creating balance, that reminded me, I needed to share with you guys that I've had some weird stuff happening recently. And I'm like, I don't know what it means. And eventually I guess I'll figure it out. But wow, there's so many weird things happening. The other day, my mic here, right? If you look here on the mic, see this little cap thing here?
Yeah.
It came off. It came off and it fell off on the floor. So I was getting ready to do it. This is when I think either it was either Wednesday night or Thursday. I'm not sure which.
I
It was
think
on
it
the
was
floor.
Thursday because I remember being in the comments when you were talking about it.
Yeah. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there and it flies up there and it rolls across the table. And I'm like, I didn't even know. I was like, oh my, it was just so okay. So a lot of weird stuff happening, but I take it in stride. It's all good. It's all good. Now, with that said, Angie, I'm going to let you get to it. I had some, the question, the comment was, I had someone tap me on the shoulder in my room the morning after the class. I was alone. Can you tell me who or what that was? And it's from creating balance.
It's weird that as soon as she started started talking about it, it felt like I really got the image of Casper the Friendly Ghost just kind of tapping her on the shoulder in a playful way. There's a very childlike energy, and it's more of a to get you comfortable. That's how I felt like it was to get you comfortable or to get you to like they didn't want to overwhelm you or scare you. Like it feels very, very friendly, very funny, very childlike. I don't get that it was anything ominous. I don't feel like there was a message. I just get that it was really childlike, kind of a getting you used to being aware is how I feel it is, but I'm not sure. Don, what do you get?
Um, to me, it seemed like it was, I don't know. I was getting kind of the energy of it was more of a of an acknowledgement that a door has been opened and that at this point it was one of those things that it's like we now that you have opened that door, we're going to be more intrusive, I guess is not only in a negative way, but more intrusive. And so we're
I
going to
felt like
be
it was not for you to be like, okay, now you're aware. We're gonna keep going up. Like, you're
exactly.
aware that
Yes.
we're there. Like it
Yes.
felt very innocent. There was nothing ominous, like, oh, I have a message. It's like now you
Right.
know to be aware. You understand what a presence is, you understand
Yep.
what a tap is, you're getting the basics. That's how it felt.
Yeah. And it was like it was an acknowledgement of a welcome. It was kind of exactly. It's a well. It's I was kind of this feeling of now that you've invited us in, and we're going to give you as much as you want, and we'll work with you on that. That's how I felt. Yeah, yeah. I felt that
But
that's
it
the
felt
present.
really happy, like they were
Yeah.
excited that finally
Yeah.
you're in the
Yes.
fold.
Exactly.
And that was
Exactly.
their word, finally in the fold.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. So so hopefully that helped you creating balance. Hopefully that kind of fulfilled that feeling you got. The most important thing is when you feel it, acknowledge it, speak to it. Open up and just speak to it. Say hello, and see what happens. Because sometimes when they do that, if you acknowledge it, they may have something else for you, or they may have. Or they may want to go a little further with you, and they even might want to test your abilities and say, let's see if we try speaking to you. Can you hear? Or they may, because now they touched you. Now you felt the touch. So they may want to, at that point, if you speak to them, acknowledge them, then they may want to go ahead and say, okay, now what else do I do? Let me see if I can go a little further and show them a visual of me, or if I put an image in their head, all these different things. So verbalize. Never be afraid to verbalize. And if you're around people, explain later to them. Because when you do it at first, they're looking at you like, what? Say, huh? And then you say, look, I was just talking, I had a feeling about something, I needed to verbalize it. That's all, it's good. You'll get used to the people looking at you kind of strange from time to time, because there's times where you'll feel something and you really do want to verbalize it, and then they'll look at you like, who are you talking to? And then they
Right.
kind of connect, and they're like, and once they know you well enough, they're like, oh, you're talking to some, okay, we're good. So
And I get the deer in the headlights look like, what? What? Like I'm trying to hear and see and concentrate and not be noticed, but everybody's like, what? Is she getting something? Like, what? What?
exactly. So hopefully it helped you creating balance. And she says, yes, that's what I thought. I had, it felt positive. Yes, it was good.
Yeah,
Very, very good.
very.
Hmm. And then let's see, next is a Divinely Guided. And Divinely Guided is a general reading.
I immediately got cold. Like a winter chill was just like, shh. And then I heard winter is coming. Like I feel it feels very ominous. It doesn't feel like a bad thing, but kind of like that part where they're building the momentum for the climax of whatever the movie is or the scene is. So it felt whatever is coming or whatever is approaching you, whatever energy is coming, it's cold, but not cold in a negative type way. It's cold in a, we need you to know that we're coming, or in that kind of uncomfortable way. It needs to be an
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable chill, and that it's coming. Like that's that's all I really get, is like whatever's coming, it's right, and this is there, we're on the precipice. Like it's right there. It's really, really right there. And I just hear winter is coming, and that whatever is coming is, and then like they give me like foot soldiers. Like that's the sound I hear. Boom, 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 boom. And then I see people in I want to say native, I don't want to say tribal, because like they have shields, more of African tribal wear, and they are marching. That's what I see. Just, and then I can hear the footsteps. Doom. I don't hear them saying anything, but their footsteps are loud. So that's kind of how I get it, like to let you
Is it
know.
like foot marching steps or and pace, or is it just
Marching,
walking?
like we're all walking in sync. We're army.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready to battle. That's how I hear it and see
Right,
it coming. Like it's coming, and it's very like that climactic scene. It's the build up to that.
right. Very good, very good, very good. Interesting. The first card that came out, I'm going to with the cards right now, and that is the Queen of Wands. And so when you see the Queen of Wands, that Queen of Wands is a power energy. It's and it can be two things. Okay, generally, sometimes when you see this, it can represent a business situation. It can represent business or something at work, but it also can represent hurdles and something you're having to get over, something you're having to deal with. And so the thing is, it's a patient energy. So right now, it's saying you're being called on to be patient with what is in front of you, that things are working, and they're working on their own kind of timeline. And it's kind of like divinely guidance, when it comes to divine timing, shall we say. That's the one thing I got. The other thing that comes out is that moon card. And you're right, there's some information that you don't know, but there's information right now. There's some information you're not meant to know yet, because again, it's not the right time. So that's what's causing the patience. There is a time for it, and you'll get to know it, but this is not the time. And so you're gonna, as you're moving along with where you are right now, and as the things are progressing, you're given enough information to make sure that you are staying on the path you need to be on, that you are informed enough, but not too much. Okay, that's the one thing I'm getting. The other thing that pops out here is that Four of Swords. Four of Swords. So it's, again, this is a period of rest. This is a period where you really need to rest and take care of yourself, and make sure that you're recharging. Make sure that you're making that you're checking the boxes, and that you're just kind of getting prepared. Because so this isn't really, again, this is not a high stress time. This is not a time where you should be doing a lot of pushing forward and leaning into it. This is more of a time of, again, sitting back and waiting. Why? First of all, you just don't know all the information you need to know yet. It is coming, but while that period is happening, go ahead and rest. Because once this releases, once this information comes, and this queen's energy is released, you're going to be flying, and you're going to be, I mean, you're going to be having lots of stuff going on. So this is a good time to, again, take advantage of the rest, not because you want to, but because you have to already anyway. So go ahead and take advantage, because you may not get this again very soon. And so take advantage. Then you have the Seven of Swords there, which is interesting. Again, some of the information that you have to be considering, is it actual information that is true and false? And sometimes when you see this card, it could also be the person whom is giving you the information. But in this situation, because of what we're getting, this is more about the information itself. So make sure you do your homework on the information. Make sure that you verify the information, that the information is correct and valid, and therefore you're not chasing rainbows or windmills, I guess is what they say. And then there's the Five of Swords right after that. And again, that's just kind of dealing with dealing with the issues as they pop up. There's a lot of conflicting issues. There's a lot of other things, and just again, this is that time to just deal with the issues and take them at their pace. Because again, you do not control your timing. The timing is out of your hands. So keep that in mind. Okay. With that said, Angie. Oops, I just lost Angie. Oh my goodness. She'll be back on. I am certain. I am certain. Yes, you may have a reading, Christina. Hello, hello, hello. And just let us know if it's going to be a specific or a general reading, Christine, because I don't have that information yet. And then if you let us know it's specific or general, then we'll do that. And hello, Chally. Chally, welcome in as well. If you would like a reading, you are also. We are both well tonight. Well, Angie was well until about a minute ago. She'll be back on, I'm sure. Anyway, you're welcome. You're welcome, Divinely Guided. Anyway, with Chally and Christine again. Christine, let us know if it's general or specific. Chally, if you want a reading, let us know if it's general or specific. We'll add you to the list. Next in line is Blessings. And Blessings, you do have a let's see. Let's get back up here. Thank you, female samurai. We appreciate that very, very much. It's interesting too, because Angie has this amazing psychic ability, and so she's very comfortable doing the psychic stuff. I do the psychic stuff from time to time when I'm called upon to do it, but I love the cards. The cards are like my little crutch, and I enjoy using them. But there are times where that a psychic hit will come, and it's like boom, and I know where I'm going. So it's interesting how we are both very different. And as I'm talking, I'm also looking for Blessings' question, so I can pop it up on the screen. And that's why I'm kind of stalling here. There we go. There's Blessings' question. And Blessings' question is, I came back to school recently, and I wish to know how things will be for me overall, and maybe advice. Absolutely, Blessings. We'll do that. Yeah. Oh man. Hey, if you have while I'm shuffling these cards, and while I'm thinking about this thing, don't forget to check out on YouTube the weekly readings for the various zodiac signs. I posted them last evening, I think it was, and so they're all up for this week. So if you want to know what's happening in your world this week, you can go check out under Sonoran Mystic Tarot for this week's weekly readings and see what's in store for your sign, and also for your family's signs, your significant other signs, your children's signs, all those things. And for Blessings, this is what we're doing here. I came back to school recently, and I wish to know how things will be for me overall. The cards aren't chatting right now, so that's telling me that I need to do a psychic read, and so I've got it here. And what I'm getting from you is that this is it's interesting, because it's taking you a little while to kind of get your feet back under you, and there's still a little bit of uncertainty. But at the same time, there's this new kind of energy that's around you, and you're feeling kind of renewed and revitalized. And I'm loving the feeling I'm getting. I'm hoping this is the feeling you truly have, because this is what I'm getting. And it's like this energetic kind of it's kind of like it's going on your first date kind of feeling in that sense. You want to push a little forward, but you're kind of tentative because you don't want to go too far, exciting wise and whatever. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting. So I'm getting the feeling that you really are where you need to be, where you want to be, where you should be. You are in a place that is giving you this excitement, this enthusiasm, and that's a wonderful thing. I do also see that you're going to do very well, again, because you have the right energy level and you have the right reasons. You want to be there because you want to learn. You want to be there because you want to expand, grow, and go beyond. And for those reasons, you're going to be successful. So you're going to be fine. And you're even going to be better now because Angie just showed up. So she's making it clear that you're better. We lost Angie, but I kept moving forward. We're on the question for a specific question. And it's, I came back to school recently and I wish to know how things will be for me overall and maybe advice. And this is for blessings. So, and yeah, we saw you pop out there and we were like, okay.
My computer just restarted. Like, I was literally talking, then it was like restart. And I was like, wait.
And we are still in retrograde. So it is not a surprise.
I was like, what? But I'm back.
Yeah, Spirit's like, hello, don't forget me.
Okay, so let's see.
Hello, Pam. Welcome back. Welcome back. And Mammy Tut, welcome as well. If you guys want to be added to the list, let me know. We can add you to the list for readings.
Blessings are on the way, I think it says. That's the question we're on. Is it like I feel like it's a artsy school, like a liberal arts school or something like that. It feels very fun. It feels very much like I get an excitement like this is what you like to do. It's either dance or art or theater or something like that is how it feels. Um
Yes, Mammy, you're added to the list.
and maybe advice. Um, I keep hearing just be yourself. Like, do you feel like maybe you're too old for what you're doing or that you waited a little too late to come back? Like I feel like the apprehension is on your part, but you really know what you're doing. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're very knowledgeable about it and you seem to be very excited about whatever it is. And so it all seems to be in your head, the anxiousness, the anxiety, because you really do seem to know what you're doing. And I feel like it's going to be fine. And the overall advice that I keep hearing over and over again is be yourself, just be who you are and don't try to fit in just whoever you are. They either take it or leave it, is how it feels. Like it doesn't feel, I don't feel any malice. I don't feel any kind of hesitation. It just all feels like it's in your head as far as trying to like making up the anxiety in your head. It doesn't feel like you have any reason to be like you seem to know what you're doing.
Super. Hopefully it helped you there. Blessings. And we're doing blessings. Yes, blessings. Hopefully it helped you and let us know how that resonates with you. Hopefully it's good stuff there. The next we have is Guko. Yes, next we have is Jojo. Sorry.
Jojo.
False alarm. Guko, you are after Jojo. So Jojo is next. And Jojo's is a general reading. Jojo wants a general reading. Jojo, I hope all things are well with you. It's good to see you back. It's always good to see you back.
So at first, when because I believe JoJo said general.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I felt like an ease, like maybe a cloud lifted this week. You feel a little bit better this week than you did last time we were online. Like I really felt like a weight is off of my shoulder in one aspect. But then I also feel like you're looking out at the long journey ahead. Like you're here and you see that you got to go across this uncharted territory. You have to go across this plane that you've never been to before. And you're wondering how you're going to get from here to where you need to be at the end of the line. And what I'm hearing is just to take it one step at a time. You can't experience anything before you're supposed to experience it. Everything will happen like I keep getting divine timing this week. Everything is divine timing. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And I just keep feeling like they're saying you're not gonna reach the 10th step before you get to the 8th step. So you need to just do it in order. Just take it one step at a time and let it happen as it's supposed to come. And each thing that happens, they'll supply your need. They'll supply your need is how they're showing it to me. Like it's just a path and a journey, and it may be unpleasant, but just keep going along the way.
And for me, Jojo, I was drawn to school. and I was drawn to, and I don't think it's your education. I don't think it's about you. I think it's about one of your kids. I think that something's happening at school. So maybe this past week you had something happen at school, and maybe school reached out to you, or there's something that's coming along in school. There's something about school and about one of your children. And if you haven't had the phone call or the email or something about something happening in school this past week, then it's coming this week, because this is like here, it's now. It's not something that has been a while ago or is distant. This is happening. This is not going to be a major thing. It's not going to be like a big thing, but it is going to cause a little bit of concern. And it could be like again, I don't know if it's an issue with another student, or it's more like a grading issue or focus issue or school issue, in the sense of the student's progress, something like that. Again, I don't think it's a behavioral thing. I'm getting more of a conversation about being on track, staying on track, moving forward with the student, successful year, that kind of deal. It could even be a PTA situation kind of thing, but I don't think so. This is more specifically about a student. So it's not like a general concept about you going for a PTA meeting or something like that. This is really specific about a child. So if I were you, I would be proactive. If you haven't gotten the email yet or haven't got the communication yet, what I would suggest is you to probably look for, talk to your kids, see if you have, oh, I see it. I have a meeting this Thursday with the school. Yes, okay.
It looks like it's regarding her daughter, though.
Yeah, my daughter has that's why I said it's one of her kids. Yeah.
Okay.
And I knew that, yeah. So I was getting that. Yes, that's what I was getting. So again, it's not going to be terrible. It's going to be good. It's going to be to an advantage. Again, I knew it wasn't about a general thing. So I'm so glad you confirmed that. And so it's nice. I love it when the confirmation comes, it's wonderful. So embrace this whole situation, embrace this meeting, and use this meeting to learn as much as you can, to understand and help make sure that the team, because my son, as you know, I think we told you, Jojo, last week, my son had ADHD and ADD, and really strong. And we had to make sure that all the teachers were part of a team, and they were all in the same sheet of music about how we educated the son and how we kept him focused. And when he would, when this happens, how do we make this happen? And it is a team effort. So, and we also looked at it's a 50 something plan or something. We had to look at, there's two different kind of plans and so forth that you help put the child on, and helps to keep them moving forward. They get special things that they might need to help focus them. Maybe a little time more away from the desk, and therefore they're distracted. A little more time to give them a chance to be distracted, that kind of stuff. So embrace the team. Make sure the team is on the same sheet of music. Make sure that they all understand the expectations as a parent, what you want. And 504, there you go. Yep, 504 meeting. Yep. And so yeah, that's what I was saying. It's going to work out well. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay. So
it feels like this is the very first meeting where she's having to explain that there's going to be some household changes. Like, these are your very first important meetings where you're establishing, like, if there's any behaviors, this is why. Like, I feel like this is what you're planning
yes,
out, and this is why they're saying there's going to be all kinds of things that are coming at you now. So take one at a time. They're like,
yeah,
you're not going to experience one before the other. Like, if this is step
right,
one, then the next thing will come. And it doesn't seem like they're going to allow everything to come at you at once. It's going to be a
right.
step by step. Like, okay, let's get this done. The next thing done.
Exactly. And I think the Angie has a great point, is that this is probably the good time in that meeting. If it's not brought up, you should bring it up and make sure you make it part of the meeting. Let people know that things are going to be happening at home, and those things the student will probably do some acting out, and it may wind up showing itself at school. And make sure so that the teachers are prepared. Again, if they're prepared for this and they see this, they can act and they can react to it in a proper way, and not have to act in a way that doesn't make sense to them. Make sure that they're part of your team. They're part of your team. Okay. Sorry about scratching my nose, but it's itching, so I can't help it. It's like, I don't know. All of a sudden, my nose is itching. It's driving me crazy. It's like, what's up with that? Hasn't itched all day. Get in front of the camera, and then what happens,
So
right?
I meant to tell you this when we first started. I meant to bring this up. So I listen to your weeklies every week. Sometimes I'll listen at the beginning of the week, and then I'll listen at the end of the week. So I listened to your weekly last week, and it
So
was
you're
just
that
like,
one
oh,
person that watches them.
yeah, I always comment. And so I was like, "Oh, okay." You were saying that there's a lot of things you're not gonna know. It's just gonna feel like a blah week, and things are just gonna come to you. And I was just like, "Okay." So then I listened again at the end of the week, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess it was kind of just uninformative. Like I just kind of walked through the day, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you seem like you're not arguing with your guys anymore." And I was like, I guess if giving up and just not caring is not arguing, then yes. But then I listened to your weekly this week, and you were saying, "Oh, all of those answers to all those questions you had are coming." I was like, I wonder if he notices how, and it did. It worked like that for Pisces. How it flowed. One week flowed into the next. Like, okay, you said there was no answers going to come last week, and then this week the answers you see them coming. Like the cards showed
Yeah,
the progression. I was like, oh, I wonder if he even noticed that. And I was going to make the comment, but then I was like, oh, I'll just bring it up here. But yes, that was something that I noticed, like the consistency that the read seemed to continue over from last week to this week. But I like the progression. Like
yeah,
it was very stagnant last week. Like I
yeah,
really didn't get a lot of information. I was
yeah,
just like, okay.
yeah. Well,
So
interestingly enough, I don't do that. I don't go back and review because I try not to. I let the cards speak for them, let them have their sole voice. And so when I'm reading, it's a fresh read,
yeah.
and but it's
And that's why it
fascinating.
felt so specific. I was like, oh, it feels like it just flowed into the next week. Like,
Right,
okay, in case you had all
right,
that uncertainty last week, it's coming to an end now. And I
yeah.
like the flow. Like it was something that I noticed. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna let him know just in case he hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, well, that's good because maybe well, not maybe it is a confirmation that again, spirit is guiding all this because
Mhm.
again, they're doing the flow for me. I'm not connecting the dots. I'm just reading what
Yeah,
I see,
yeah,
and I'm glad that you connected the dots because and maybe but you see, I was gonna say maybe I should do that, but I don't want to because again, I want the reading to be again all the readings should be in they stand on their own and whatever the cards say they say, and I'm afraid and it's like why that's why like when you and I are in our Monday groups, when I sit in front of somebody I know, I have to work so hard to block out all that I know about them, and it's so much work because I'm like I can't allow any of what I know to shape what I'm ready to say, and I
yes.
have to
And
make
I
sure
have
that it's
so
timing.
many more questions because I'm like, is that what you really want to say? Okay, is this spirit telling me this, or is this my familiarity with them? Like, am I thinking this because I already know them? Like, I prefer a code, not know who it is. Just give me a generic name and let me read what it is. I don't want to put any of my knowing you on it. So I understand exactly what you're saying.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, that's interesting. That's great. And that's it. That's what we deal with exactly. Also, naturally a divine goddess is on East Coast time. And so she was at 11:11 just then and she posted it.
I
And it's
saw
interesting.
it.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, the universe has closed for the evening. And so it was like one of
And
those
this is
things that
cranberry juice, everybody. It's not wine. It's just cranberry juice. And I have a straw just so I don't have to keep turning the glass
yep,
up.
turn out the light, the party's over. And welcome in Nasha Santos from the United Kingdom. Welcome, welcome,
Okay.
welcome.
Ooh.
And if you would like a reading, let us know. We'll add you to the list. Absolutely. And I think I've added you to
Hi,
the list, but let me know
Bonnie.
if it's general or specific. Is Bonnie here? I haven't seen her name pop up. What am I
It says
missing?
in it, do you see those messages that say paired?
No, I don't see them. My last one is JoJo saying thank you, and we appreciate that, JoJo. She
So
said, thank
that
you for your own battle.
Nishan Santos from UK, on my side it says paired because some kind of way
Oh, I
they
see
linked
paired.
my
There Bonnie is.
YouTube
She
to
just
this,
popped up.
and so they're commenting on my YouTube page,
Okay.
but it's showing up in the restream. So it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Here it's Bonnie, and it says, hi, guys.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Yep,
I guess
and
it's a
even
little
hers
delayed.
says paired on it there
Yeah, no,
too.
this one says paired as well, yeah.
Yeah,
And Mammy Tut says is paired as well.
yeah.
So, interesting, okay. And then he says, "So weird." Yeah, so yeah, but they're paired. So, I guess paired then means is that they're on your thing or
And it linked it because I finally set up the Restream account too, but they had to, like, when you set it up and you give them permission to do your YouTube, they tell
right,
you have to wait 24 hours or something and blah blah blah. So it took a long time for them to link my account. And so this time when we logged in, it recognized it and it linked it all together. So we
yeah,
have every channel that we have is broadcasting us somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly. And yeah, Christine, we see you. We see your message. We see your message. I got your question as well, and you're on the list there. And yes, welcome in, Bonnie. It's good to see you. Thank you for popping in. We appreciate that so very much. The next in line, I think we just did blessings, right? And so now we did JoJo. And so again, Jojo, it's going to work out. This is going to be a good week for you, a good educational week. So enjoy it. That's great. And then after that is Guko. And Guko is at 2106 is when I had his thing here. And I
Oh, you
think he
put the
has
time so you can remember. I like that.
yeah, because I was like, yes, we still dream. Yeah, we still stream on Thursdays as well. Yep, Thursday mornings, Guko. Um, Yeah, because I was like, okay, how can I remember where to go back? And I'm thinking I
I
started
like
noticing the time,
that.
and I thought, oh, the time, yeah, the time doesn't change once it marks it. So I'm like, that's how it makes it a little bit easier, and I can track it by time. There's Guko. There you go. Specific question. This is for you, Guko. I recently opened the idea of pursuing the new career path abroad. I don't want to spell it out, but it's related to rehab medicine. Will I be happy and successful long term considering this? Thank you.
We didn't mention. I feel like we mentioned this, or maybe no. Last time it was romance. Okay, okay, I get it. I immediately got an internal struggle, but rehab medicine. I feel like it's a more of a what will society think type thing. It doesn't seem like that seems to be your apprehension. You don't feel like you're not going to be successful, but what will people think of me if I'm doing this? I feel like the career path is fine. You seem to be very excited about it. You seem to be going in an area where it's either like this practice or this mode of rehab or medicine is accepted. Like wherever area you're looking at seems to be something where it's acceptable. It seems to be something that is exciting to you. It seems to be something that you have some knowledge of. It says knowledgeable, and that you're interested in learning a lot more. But the stigma seems to be what society will think or what family and friends will think, not in what will the business be successful, because it seems to be like you've already researched the what the career path is or what the medicine is, and you're very excited about that and what it'll do and whatever advancements it'll make. It's more of a society judging thing that I feel. That's how I
Mhm.
get it deep down. So I don't know, Don, what do you get?
The thing that came to me, that I was getting, was there is a for you from you, Guko, not from the job itself or the career itself. The thing that I was getting is that I'm getting the feeling that maybe you're having some apprehension because you're not quite certain whether you have the stamina to go through the process, the education process to get to the certifications or to whatever you need to then be able to be employed. And so I think that for you, timing is this apprehension. That the apprehension is about timing and is it going to be? Am I going to have enough time to make this happen? Is it going to work out to my advantage in that way? You know, and it's not whether you can or can't, because I don't think you don't. I don't believe that you can't do it. I believe that if you put your mind to it, you'll do it. So again, for me, it came back to this apprehension about, you know, is it enough? Is it going to happen soon enough, or am I going to have to deal with the issues of stopping and starting and the finances and all the other issues? Especially the finances keep up in my head. It's like, am I going to run out of money before I run out of time? Am I going to be able to get through this and still make sure that I can survive and to move forward? And then there's also some hurdles about. I'm getting some visa hurdles and things like that, but the visas can be worked out. The visas aren't the problem so much. I'm getting it's more of timing and money, and it's the combination of the two. Will I run out of money before I run out of time, or will I run out of time before I run out of money? That's more what I'm getting. And what really is hammering home to me is that the most important thing is you. If you want this to work, I believe it will, and I think you do want it to work, because I'm still the one thing I'm feeling is this feeling of inertia. It's like there's a lot of energy behind this, and so I believe that you're headed that way. You want it to work, and so no matter what you hear from us, and no matter what you believe, you will make this happen if you want it to happen. And I believe you will. I believe you will. And we have new messages. Let me see what else is being said. Yes, that's actually my concern. Spot on. Okay, super. Thank you. Thank you. I have more time for other things in pursuit of this rather than just work, work, work. Yep, yep, yep. I get that. Absolutely.
I
Hey,
I
Glenn.
I immediately heard like a work life balance. Like maybe you're working a lot and you want to have more leisure time and less work time, and this seems to be like a very um the word they're using is lucrative. Like it seems to be a new kind of approach or medical advancement. Like it seems to be something new and it very much interests you, and you realize that it won't um either it won't seem mentally like work for you, or it won't take so much hours, or maybe you're working multiple jobs and this will make it where you can work one job. Like I feel like that's what the concern is. Like maybe you're losing a stream of income and you don't really fully believe that this will support you.
Yes. But ultimately, is my belief that if you pursue this, you will be fine. You will be fine. This will work itself out, and this will work out to your advantage. But you really have to want it, and because that what I'm getting is that inertia. You have to have. I feel the inertia. I feel you have it, but you must want it, and I believe it will come. Welcome, Glam Zaddy. Hopefully that helped you, Guko. Hopefully that gave you what you needed to do, and keep us appraised of what's happening with you. I mean, it's always, and of course, it's always great to see you. We adore you, Guko. Thanks for popping in all the time, and always with good questions. I look forward to the questions because it's always something different. There's so much happening with him, and so it's wonderful. So,
I
and
like the
then
variety that comes through.
exactly. Hey, Keena just popped into. Hey, Keena, how are you? And Charlie, yes, we did not miss you. Charlie, you are like 3 away, so you have a little more time before we get there. And yes, Bonnie, you are on the list. Just let us know, Bonnie, whether yours is general or specific. And Charlie, yours as well. I don't have a general or specific for you, so let me know if yours is general or specific. If it's specific, folks, send it the specific question so we know what it is, so we can put it up like we did with Guko's. And next on our list is Naturally Divine Goddess over there in Florida. Are you still awake, Naturally Divine Goddess over there? Hopefully with the energy closing or the universe closing, you didn't go to sleep on us.
Was it a general? Because I immediately started getting
General,
images.
yes.
Like it seems like it was very dark, like it's a storm coming through. Like this is
Mhm.
stormy weather, and I just keep hearing that there are delays. Like maybe there's delays in product coming, or there's a delay in something. I definitely hear the word delays coming, but it doesn't feel like there's anything on your part. It seems like it's a natural thing. Like whatever is the reason that you're having this delay has nothing to do with you. You are not causing the delay. You're ready. You seem to be focused. You seem to be ready to move forward. Like you feel like you're ready to get your hands moving and start doing something. You've been maybe a little too idle. Like I don't like I feel like you're going about your regular day, but you feel like there's more you should be doing or you could be doing, or like you're still trying to find your norm or your routine or get into what you're supposed to get into. And this is just another delay in you learning how to deal with delays on this part of your journey, or this part of where you are, like this environment that you're in. It's just an adjustment period, it seems like to me. It does not seem like it's more of an irritation. Like they showed me an ant, like how if an ant was to invade like your picnic, it's more of an irritation, not like a crisis. It's not something that is going to throw you off of your game. It's not going to keep you like frustrate you to the point where you're going to shut down. It's just an irritation. You learn to deal with it, and you know, like you seem to be a very orderly person who makes notes. Like, okay, this happened, so let me maybe I need to order this many days forward, or maybe I need to use this company, or how did this company work? Like, I feel like you're kind of just going through your resources, and they are showing me the Two of Pentacles. And so it's just balancing your resources, not a decision. This is literally balancing your resources. So I guess it is decisions, but deciding, do I want this vendor? Do I want this supplier? Do I want this person? Do I want that? So it just seems to be like the nuts and bolts of getting things in order in your new environment.
Fantastic, fantastic. Love that, love that. I'm going to the cards. I was drawn to the cards that are coming your way. By the way, naturally divine goddess. These are the healing cards, and this is the deck that's coming your way very soon. And the first card that popped out was this one, ideas and inspirations. And again, I'm being told to again keep focused on your ideas and inspirations. They're coming along, they're being sent to you, they're given to you, and there's something again, these are all new different ideas that is going to, once put together as a whole, are going to continue to move you forward. And so be open to the ideas, be open to concepts. You need to still believe in miracles. Sometimes I think that you don't believe in yourself enough. And I think you need to have that confidence. You are amazing. We all know you. We love you. When you're on screen, you're on fire. We feel it. You and Angie both have that gift. I mean, when you both are here, you guys make me look weak over here. I'm like, I just watch. I'm over here like, keep that star so bright. You guys are amazing. So and I just love it. I feel so honored to sit beside both of you. And so again, I go back here, miracles. This is, you don't even need miracles. You don't need miracles. When you put your mind to it, you will get it done. You will get it done. And so keep in there. And you know what you need to do. And the harmony is there. Do everything that makes you feel comfortable. You know the feeling when it comes. You know it. You own that feeling. You know what it feels like. And so you know what's right. You know what's wrong. You know when you went the wrong direction. You know when the right product or the wrong product are like, oh, yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't fit. You know that you're good. Again, spiritual growth. Your growth is continuing. You know that. We both know this. And that spiritual growth has a long path still in front of it. I mean, I think you've only begun to tap. You just tapped the surface. I think that you have so much more. When I watch you do your readings now, and then I see that intuition kicking in, because all of a sudden you have your little tell. You're doing the readings, and all of a sudden you're like, ding, 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 ding. And it's like, and you can see it, and it's like the mind comes on, and all of a sudden, Shauna, the light comes on, and your face lights up, and all of a sudden you're off and going. And at one point, these cards are going to be useless to you. All the cards will be used. You'll be doing exactly what Angie does over here. You're going to be sitting there, and you're going to no cards, not necessary. Thank you, thank you, but no, thank you. You'll be doing wholesaling. You'll be selling the cards to everybody else because you're like, I don't need them anymore. I'm telling you, Shauna, you are going there. You're headed there. That's where you're going. And you don't need me to tell you this. You don't need Angie to tell you this. If you look into your own heart and your own soul, and you listen to your spirit guides, they're shouting at you. They're telling you it's time. They want you to catch up. They're already there. They're waiting for you.
I feel like there's a timeline. As soon as before you said it, I felt like there was a timeline, and they are working along the timeline. Like
Yeah.
maybe you set goals out, and maybe you forgot about them, but there's a timeline, and we're just working within this timeline. And we're right on track. You don't even know
Yep.
it. If anything, we're gonna push you a little bit more, but you're right on track. Like the
Yep.
timeline has already been set, and it's just laid there, and you're just walking along the steps that have already been outlined for you, or that
Yes.
maybe you spoke into this. Like it feels very much like that is something that spirit is really wanting me to reiterate, is that you spoke it, you believed it, these are your creative
Yes.
processes. Like these are things that you may have said, like I want this or I want that, and it may not look exactly like what you thought it was, but it's basically the goal that you asked for, and they're just walking it out
Yep,
for you.
yep. And that's that manifestation. It's that manifestation. And I tell
Yeah,
everybody, and
yeah.
I will remind you over and over again, you all get tired of hearing me. When you speak, your words have power. So, and I'm preaching, literally give me my finger there. It's like, but I'm telling you, listen, heed my call. When you speak, know that your words have power. If you tell yourself that I am a relatively good engineer, I'm a relatively good teacher, I'm a relatively good psychic, I can barely do readings on cards, guess what? If you say it enough, it's going to happen. But if you say I'm damn good at what I do, guess what? You're going to be damn good. If you're going to be successful, stop going to be successful. I am successful.
Be
Because guess what? If
successful.
you're going there, you never get there. So so again, use your words. They're powerful. They mean a lot. And when you put it out there to the world that you are important and that you are somebody who is successful, so you will be successful. It's going to happen. So you have to own it, and that's manifestation. And Shauna, you're great with your manifestations. So again, keep those going. And my dear, you are fantastic, unquestionable. Again, I'm blessed. I got two of them. One right beside me right now, and one on Thursday mornings. I'm in heaven. And that's why every once in a while you see me, I'm just kind of watching. I get distracted because I watch them, and I'm not.
And I'm like, wait, what, did I say something wrong? Wait,
I know, and I'm
what?
thinking, kind of like, oh, it's my turn, because I'm watching Angie do her thing, or I'm watching Shauna do their thing, and I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, I'm on live. I gotta be careful. They say, Don, it's your turn. I'm like, well, okay. So with that said, hopefully, Miss Shauna, that gave you some inspiration and some knowledge. Take that with you. We love you. You know that. I love that. Bishop Don and Bishop Angie. She says, thank you, Bishop Don. Preach, preach, preach. I
When
know
I
people
first saw it, I was like, wait, there's a bishop in here?
it's like, Lord, now we're all in trouble. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully that took care of that reading, and you got what you needed to hear. And if not, I'll continue to tell you offline. So for sure, absolutely. Next is going to be Female Samurai, and Female Samurai does have a specific question, and I'm trying to find her number here. It's at 2108. There we go. There's it. I'm liking this. Writing down that timeline is perfect. Let's see. I've recently been speaking to a past lover of mine. Can I ask what will become of me and Cade? I hope I said it right. Is this the beginning or the end of a cycle between us?
Okay, I would like to say that when I read the question, I saw part-time lover. So I went, oh. But I'm
Stevie
glad you
Wonder,
read
right?
it out loud, because then I heard it correctly. Past.
Or no, maybe you did hear it properly. In other words, maybe what you were sensing is what you saw.
Okay. Let me hear. It feels it feels like a very lighthearted, like I don't get kind of, like it's an easy situation, like maybe you kind of, like it does feel like a occasional part-time. You could say, okay, all right. So it felt very easy breezy, very non-committal, like we just have fun. That's what we like. Like maybe you started to develop feelings and this other person hasn't expressed whether they have or not. Um, they definitely do like it the way that it is now. Like it really is convenient for both of you. There's no strings attached. But I don't feel like I don't really feel like there's a third party, or like there is any malice going on. It feels like it's just easy. Like we don't have to be committed and put a title on it and let it naturally grow. Like I feel like once you start asking those questions and you start moving into that, it'll make it a little bit more intense. And I feel like you're intentionally being laid back with this. Like maybe you've had issues with it before, but it does feel very easy breezy. But now they are showing me like a 3 of Cups and a celebration. But I don't know if that's third party. Don, you go ahead. But it didn't feel like it. It all felt kind of positive, but it did feel like it was just, we don't put any expectations on each other type thing. And like maybe you're wanting to grow it into something else.
For me, I was getting I instantly did not feel end or beginning. I felt like there is not an end or beginning. I don't think that I don't know right now. I don't feel an evolution. I feel like this is a you're in a place that place will I'm talking with my hands full. You're in a place where you will I just feel like you're in a good place, and that again I don't see a reason to end. I don't feel an ending. I don't feel any event that's going to create an ending right now, and I don't feel anything that's creating a beginning, because I think the beginning is already I think you've already come through the beginning. I'm not sensing beginning, and I'm definitely not sensing ending. I believe that you're already in that stream, shall we say, that rhythm or whatever. And so I think that this is going to continue at a pace that is comfortable, but I don't see a beginning or an end. I just see that an evolution as time goes on. And I feel like there will be ebbs and flows. There will be times where it is much more heated and more more beneficial on one side than the other, and then there are other times where it's going to be less. And so again, I'm seeing this ebb and flow, but I'm not seeing a stop or a start. I'm just seeing this
It
constant.
feels very convenient, like
Yes,
everybody's getting their needs met, whether that's emotionally, physically, whatever. It just feels very, very loose and free. Like we haven't put any kind of bookmarks on it, any kind of anything to say that it is or isn't. We just kind of flow and it works for us. But I do feel like maybe you're ready to step it forward, and this person may not. Um, know that that is what your desire is because it's just fun, and the other person seems to really like not having a title on it because it seems free, like it seems to be something new to both of you.
hmm
New as in this type of relationship, not new as in a relationship. You seem very familiar with each other and comfortable with each other, but
yeah,
like you said, there's no, like I don't see it leading to this place, and I don't see it start, like it just feels like it exists in
exactly.
itself, and there is no expectation in either way.
Exactly. Hopefully it helped you there, female samurai. Is that who we're doing? Yes. Next is Christine. Christine, you are next, and I'm trying to fool you. I think if I'm not mistaken, Christine, yours was a general, and I
I
can try to,
thought so.
yeah, I can try to find it, but I'm almost certain yours is a general. And so, with that said, what are you sensing anything there, Angie?
Where it says, hopefully you can see my question. What the hell? What question?
It was at 21:15, so I'm trying to go back there now. Thank you. Oh no, does Salvador? Here it is. Sorry, I got it, Christine. Does Salvador have feelings toward me currently? Single, not in a relationship. And then after that is Charlie, and Charlie. Yes, I do have your question as well. And then after that is Mammy Tut, and then we have some after that, but that's at least the first start there.
Salvador has a very strong presence, a very masculine presence. Like he, not in a bad way, but in a strong way. Like you feel secure around this person. You feel comfortable around this person. Um, do they have feelings for you? Um, there seems to be such a like shut down of the emotions. Like unless he or she unless Salvatore actually says you can't really seem to go by their actions or their mannerisms, like they would actually have to say, because he seems to be a very um a steady person who's always the same, and you can't tell whether there's like love or we're just moving along, but there's a very strong presence. I don't feel any irritation, and these are spirit's words. I don't feel any irritation. I don't feel like there's any negative emotion. It just feels very like I feel like he's getting comfortable with you um in a way that he probably hasn't in a long time, but he isn't jumping in too fast. He's very slow with it. He's very controlled about his emotions, controlled about everything. Like he really seems to be a very strong male presence. And if you are like, what the words that I hear is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like a lot of people just want to put a title on it or just wanted to have some kind of specific thing, but I do feel like he has um strong emotions towards you, but I can't tell at this point if it's love or not, because it seems very dark and controlled. Not dark in a ominous way, but dark in a, it's just a shield, it's just a way that I protect myself, or a way that I keep everything boxed in so I'm not too emotional. You can go ahead, Don.
I did the cards. I went to the cards on this one, and it's interesting because I don't think he is in a position right now. This is the Hermit card, and I don't think he's in a position right now to be looking and thinking about a relationship necessarily. I think he's doing some healing and some inner work, and so he's not in the space. And the reason why I say that also is this: the Eight of Cups. So he's learning. He's figuring out some things. Something happened previously in the relationship that he came out of, and that relationship has scars. It's left some scars. It's left some issues that he has to deal with, wants to deal with, and he is not bringing those into a new relationship. He is going to deal with them first. And again, that's what that Hermit is. That's that inner work. He's working on that inner work, and he expected more than he got. And that's the World card. He expected more than he got. He thought he had the world, and instead he wound up getting a lot less. And he is trying to understand. Was that he who missed those signals, or was it truly that the signals were never given and all of a sudden, boom, the rug was pulled out? So again, he is trying to figure out his ownership in how it disintegrated and how it went wrong, and how he can then know in the future, if he missed signals, how not to miss those. Again, it's something about signaling and something about information and so forth. That's what I'm getting from him. And so there again, so that when the next time he gets into a relationship, he's more prepared. This person is very methodical. This person is a very, very,
Controlled. Yeah.
yes, absolutely. And so he is not someone to walk lightly. He is not someone to think lightly. He's not someone to take an issue like this and just say, "Oh, it happened once." And no, he learns. He learns, and he's taking that lesson with him to ensure that he will not repeat that mistake again. It's like a dog. You get bit by a dog once. If you get bit the second time, it's on you. The first time is on them. Second time is on you, and he's not going to get bit. So again, he is somebody who is working on himself, working on dealing with some issues that came from the past. But those issues, once they're aside, then he'll move forward. But you have to understand that it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Again, that you don't own those issues. You don't own his timeline. So if you want a relationship to happen, you just have to be patient,
Yes.
because you'll do yourself no good by trying to force something. I will assure you, if you push something, he is not ready. This is not the time.
Yeah. Like I feel like he scrutinizes everything. Like, well, what did you mean by that? Well, how did you mean that?
Mhm.
Like you said, the reason he is so isolated or so in this box is like Don said, he is really dealing with things from a past relationship. So he's really very, very um guarded and very, the emotions are not above the surface. Like maybe he was that person and now it's gonna take a while to get there, but I don't see any ill intent. I don't see any negativity in there. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
being able
absolutely.
to go along with the flow and just not have to put so much pressure on what is this, how does he feel. But I do feel some strong feelings there, but just like not head over heels in love. Like I don't feel like that, but I don't feel like it couldn't go there either. Like it
Right.
just feels like let me feel this out and see what kind of person this is before I fully let loose to who I am.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I was kind of getting that similar feeling, not quite as eloquently as you put it, but but yes, the same
You
thing. I
got
mean,
this.
this guy is he's very the good part is when he's ready, if this is the person, if this is the one, when he is ready, if you guys work it out, you'll know that this is a man who is very committed. And so if indeed he works out, he'll commit to you, and you've got someone that's going to be worth the commitment. Okay, so you won't have to worry about, is he on off again? Is he hot and cold? No, 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 none of that. That's not the kind of person. Not at all. So with that said, yes, that's true. He is. Thank you, Angie. Christine said, "Thank you, Angie," and then
Oh,
yes,
thank you.
that's true. It is. And so super, super. And female samurai said, "Yeah, exactly." And thank you guys.
Okay.
Didn't see that one before. Next is going to be Charlie. Charlie, and Charlie has a specific question, and I had it up. I had it in
Is
my
it
lap.
at 2138? I see it again.
2152.
38.
There you go. Why do people just continue to be mean and hurtful? Is this all that I deserve or that I can hope for?
I immediately got a mothering spirit where it was kind of like, no, don't put yourself in that negative headspace, in that Debbie Downer type situation. Like you know that you deserve more. You know that you are worth more. Like this question was um very much orchestrated to get a please feel kind of sorry for me type thing. But what they're saying is, you know that you deserve more. You are just allowing these things to happen to you. People are going to treat you the way that you allow them to. And you're going to continue to attract people who are going to treat you a certain way if you're going to allow them to do that. But you know deep down inside that you are more valuable than that. I don't feel like maybe you've been told that a lot, and so you need to hear it a lot. Like my spirit guides tell me the same things over and over again because they're like, you need to be reassured. And I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, yes, you do. So yes, I do. But this feels like it needs to be something that is reassured to you. Like you need to know that you matter. You need to know that you um like I feel like these I feel like there's a struggle to get out of a long like it feels like a couple different kinds of friendships. Like maybe it was a um like they were childhood friends and then maybe you outgrown it, like they're doing things that you don't want to do. Like I really do hear the words like drugs or alcohol or something. Like there's activities that you no longer want to do, but you don't know how to disassociate yourself from these people, and then they kind of come down on you for not wanting to participate, but you don't know how to move on to another caliber of friends that are more aligned with who you are now. You seem to be a very loyal person, even if it is bringing you down. You don't seem to be um finding value in what you bring to the relationship. Like these people want to hang around you because they're sucking all your light out is how I feel like it. Like these people are down and they're sucking out what little light you have left, and you work really hard at trying to build your own power, your own high energy or chi. The word they're saying is chi. Like you work really hard to build yourself up, and then these people just suck all of the life out of you, and you don't know how yet to kind of just disassociate yourself with these people and know that it's okay to outgrow people. You don't have to stay around people who don't support you, who you don't have the same values and goals and things in common. You can move on from one set of friends to another set of friends. There doesn't have to be malice. There doesn't have to be any kind of negativity. It's just I'm moving on to another set of people that are more supportive of what I is and that of what I am. And that's why I feel like you need that reassurance that you are great, that you are this, and that you may give that to others, but you don't seem to receive it in return, is how I get it. Don, you can go ahead.
Super, super. Before I do, because I'm going to get a little preachy here and a little bit educational at the same time. So if I put you all to sleep, I apologize in advance. But hopefully you're going to learn from what I'm getting ready to say. Before I do that, though, I'll remind everybody, don't forget to, if you're on Angie's YouTube or my YouTube, make sure you go to the other one's YouTube as well and subscribe. So we have you on both of them, which is great. So Angie's is it A5Says, is right? Angie?
It's Angie Lewis. My YouTube is Angie Lewis.
Angie Lewis, there you go. And on mine, it's Sonoran Mystic Tarot. So Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Anyway, make sure you subscribe on both because, again, it's always good to have us both because sometimes we go individually and sometimes we go pairs. And so sometimes it's good if you want to always catch us. That's a good way to do it. When it comes specifically to this, I'm going to tell you two things. The most important thing, Charlie, you have to understand is that energy draws energy. Energy draws like energy. And we are taught this over and over and over again as we move forward. And yes, Richard, you can have a reading, general or specific, let us know, and I'll add you to the list once I'm done doing this preaching here. But get ready because we're going to church. Here we go. Now, hey, you brothers and sisters, we're going to church. What I'm telling you clearly is that you have to own your energy level. And if you are having this kind of experience, these are the people that you're drawing to you. I'm not saying you're doing this intentionally. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is you have to own the fact that apparently if you're having the same people come toward you, that you are in some way helping to set the standard for them to come, helping to make the stage happen. And so what I'm asking you to do is take a leap of faith and listen to what I'm saying, because it's going to be a little bit out there. It's going to be woo-woo, but I'm telling you, let's do woo-woo tonight because we're doing woo-woo already with the tarot readings. So if you're doing tarot readings, we're halfway there already. First and foremost, your vibration level is too low. Your energy level is too low. Low energy levels, and I'm not talking about, oh, I'm so tired today. Oh gosh, nada, nada, nada. What I'm saying is your energy level that you're pushing off, the energy level that you're signaling out there, it's got to speed. You got to pump it up. You got to get it up. Open those damn curtains. Get the light coming in. Open the curtains, get the light coming in. Turn on, even during the day, turn on the lights in your room. Get the energy flowing, get light going. Turn on some pumping music. Turn on something other than I ate my baby and I'm doing this, or something that's so, orchestra, let's get in there and fall asleep. No, 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 no. You got to pump it up. You got to get it going. Find some disco music, find some dance music, find something that'll drive everybody else crazy for a little while. Go back to old disco if you have to. Find something that is going to help you raise your vibrational level. If you raise your vibration level, that raises your energy level. And as that vibration energy level raises, all of a sudden you're attracting new. Because guess what? The energy that comes to you that you're attracted to is the energy you put out. And so if you are sending out this new raised energy, and we do this before we do readings, on Monday nights, we amp up the energy when we first get to our class, because first of all, we ground ourselves and get rid of all this negativity. But then we amp up the energy, because as you amp up the energy, all of a sudden now you're connecting and it's like boom, 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 boom. Otherwise, you're here. You have two choices, here or here. Right now you're here, and the people you're attracting is this. So again, amp it up. Now, one more thing. This is to everybody. When you are in a situation where you feel you're being bombarded, where you feel like I'm getting the same I don't know if I can say the word, so I can stop it right there. But crap, how's that? Then do this. I want you to go with me. I'm going to need 3 minutes of your time. This is something that is important. So we're going to do a quick exercise. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes and we're going to focus. You're going to focus and you're going to visualize in front of you or anywhere around you a ball of gold, a ball of gold colored, whatever it is. I'm not calling it anything specific, but it's like a ball of energy, whatever you want, but it's gold. I want you to visualize it. You can also be just a plate of gold. I don't care, whatever it is, but visualize it. Once your eyes are closed and you visualize it and you feel and see that gold, it's here. Then I want you to go out and I want you to touch it and feel it. Visualize it being there. Now, it may take you a few times to do this, but what I'm getting to is we're building a protective shield of gold Christ-like shield. And I'm not talking Christ as in Christ and the cross and religious, and I'm not bringing all that crap in here. That's not what I'm doing. This is a specific kind of energy, and so it's a phrase we use. Once we see that gold in front of us and we feel that gold, and then we take it, and if it's a ball, we start pulling at it. And as we pull it, it expands. And you can see through it, by the way. If I were sitting here, I put it in front of the camera and I'd see Angie there, but I'd see her as this beautiful gold goddess, Not that she isn't already, but she'd even be more gold. So, and that smile, look at that. I mean, it's like boom. I mean, she has such an energy wattage. Angie, I love it. Anyway, this is the energy you need. This is that energy, Shally. So anyway, so what I'm saying is pull that gold and stretch it and stretch it. And you're going to put it over your head and you're going to pull it down over you. And you're going to stretch it and pull it till it gets all the way down on you. And then on the bottom, bring it under your feet. So you are protected in this gold. And when you are that way, all of a sudden, you are keeping things at bay. You are holding them away from you. So where all this negative crap that's coming your way, when you feel it's coming your way, do this. Shut it down. Shut it right down by protecting yourself. And leave this shield on you for a little while until that bombardment's over. Because there are times where you get that psychic bombardment, where people are sending you this negativity. And and I'm guessing you are empathic. You don't know this. The problem is you're empathic. And you don't know it yet, or you haven't opened yourself up to it because it's too woo-woo, but I'm telling you, you're empathic. And so people know that. And so they bring their shit to you. Excuse my French, I just did it, sorry. I'll get slapped for that or something, I don't know. One of the channels will go crazy, who knows? Anyway, so the point is that you will be able to shut it off. You'll be able to shut it down. And at that point, then you can recompose. And when you are ready and that bombardment stops, when you feel it's no longer pushing against you, then you let that thing go and you take it off. You take the gold off. But remember, always put the gold on when you need it. Take it off when you don't need it. It's always handy. It's always quick to put it on. But then you can control and you can protect yourself. That's the time that I needed. And I hope everybody, no matter whether this was meant for you, it was meant for you because you heard it. You were here tonight. You were here, you experienced it, so you were meant to hear what I just told you. And take that serious, because I'm telling you, if you do the two things, raise your vibrational level, most important, get the lights on, get energy flowing, and make sure you're happy and excited in doing that. You're going to raise it up, and that negative will go away. Secondly, again, if it's you're being hit by psychic things, and in your case, again, you are empathic. If you ask yourself, if you talk to other people, you'll see it. Empath. I should explain what that is. When you are an empath, you're somebody who takes in energy from other people. You feel their pain. You feel whatever. The worst part about empaths usually is they don't feel the happiness. They don't feel the extreme joy, but they feel the hurt. They feel the sorrow. And when you walk into a room, you can tell usually you're an empath is you walk into a room and it's a very crowded room, and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed because you're feeling this one's pain and that one's this and this. That's when you know you're empathic. When you continually walk into rooms and you feel overwhelmed and you don't know what that's called empath. And when you wear that gold into that room, you'll not feel that problem anymore. You'll walk right in and you'll be okay. And then you can invite. The good part about that gold is you can reach out and you can invite in whatever you want. If you want to have this person come into that field with you and maybe share with them that experience and feel theirs, you can bring them in and just leave everybody else out. That's the cool part. You can push out your energy field to wherever you want and bring one or two people into it, and yet leave everybody else out there. And that's the cool part. So embrace this, use this. I'm telling you, now that you have the secret, you're going to love having had the secret. And if you use this, come back and let us know. Anybody, any of you use this, let us know. Let us know how it worked. Okay, with that, I'm going to turn over the sermon. Sorry, Angie.
Oh no, my son was coming in to ask me a question. I was trying to see what he was saying. But when you first started, I remember something that I listened to. I was listening to another person online today or the other day, and the first thing they said, and this is what I do every day. I get up, I open my blinds and let the sunshine in, and I let the breeze come through, whether it's cold or hot or whatever. But what they were saying, it's you breaking up, getting that stale energy out, that bad energy out, and letting new energy come in. I feel like I really feel like they absorb all of her energy. Like she is like I really feel like they absorb everything that she has when she comes into the room, and she really works hard at trying to raise her vibration. But because of I feel like whoever she is normally with, they suck it all away. And so you always feel down, 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 down. And it feels like even if you give these people solutions, or you like, oh, well, maybe you should do this, it's always an excuse as to why it couldn't be done. And so it keeps you in that bottle too, because you don't want to stretch too far past them. But it's okay for you, like he says, to put that shield around you. Like when Don was describing the bubble, I heard shield, like just shield. You
Yep.
need to shield your own energy, even if you just ask spirit every day. Like she said that she was a medium, and that she knew that she was empathic, and she uses 5 different clairs. Well, you could just ask at the beginning of the day that there's a protection upon you, and that you don't take on their energy. Like I
Yes.
told Spirit, I don't like the emotions, so they'll give them to me, and I'll say that's enough. That was one of the things that our teacher taught us. You can say that's enough. I don't want any more. I want a new experience, or teach me through a different method. Like you can control how you receive this information. The thing is, you're overwhelmed with this depression or this sadness, and like Don says, you just need something that gets you in the mood. Before we come on, I put my peppermint aromatherapy on, so that the room smells very peppermint and it opens up my head. I light one of my incense. I may put my salt rock on. Like you have to prepare your space for whatever it is that you're doing. So I need to be in that good space before we get started. And everything, I agree with everything Don said, as far as like setting the scene and giving your, like putting on your favorite song and just dancing, like just doing what you need to get you up to that level for you to make it out of whatever moment that you're in.
Yep. And also remember that gold shield, because you say you do everything. I'm almost certain you don't do the gold shield. I'm telling you, if you put
Yeah.
that gold barrier around you, if you cover yourself in that gold Christ light bubble, you will see a difference. I assure you. I assure you, you will see a difference.
Like they're showing me the hermit card because she says nothing happened. Maybe you need that isolation from everybody, because they're just not at the level that you are. And so it, instead of allowing you to, any progress you make, you're pulled back down. So you may need, they're showing me the hermit, you do need that self-reflection time to see your growth. Like you are very, they're showing me the hermit, but they're also showing me that 5 of cups, where you're concentrating on the 3 cups that that spilled instead of the 2 cups that you have remaining. Like I do feel like you're working on it, but it is a very difficult thing. But it seems to be a lot of outside, because inside I feel like you really are fighting, but
Yeah.
outside you seem to be um like a lot of outside influences. But when I say outside influences, they immediately said social media, TV, all those things also affect you. So just because you're isolating from people, you may have to also isolate from entertainment. Like you really may need to just find something more positive, find more positive things. Sometimes I just need something funny. Like it's a crappy day, let me find something funny, and that laughter raises my
Mhm.
vibration. You have to figure out what raises your vibration. What works for me may not work for Don, may not work for you. So you find those things and stop. And then one thing you said, that nothing changes. I would just say I am trying to like change it to a positive. I'm trying to see the change. I'm trying to see where I'm moving forward. And the one thing that they're telling me is you need to write a progression. You need to see on paper the things that you've accomplished, because you don't really like, to you it seems like it has to be a big incremental thing. Like I've been grounding, I've been meditating. I should be a more zen person. Don't believe the hype. Do not believe
Exactly.
it. All that
Exactly.
meditation is gonna keep you from always being frustrated or not getting angry. You're still a person. You're still a human. You're still a soul having a human experience. You're still going to experience human emotions. You're still gonna have to learn how to balance those things, because now they're showing me the 2 of Pentacles. It's a balancing thing, balancing your talents, your abilities, your resources, and everything that's coming at you. It's all things that you have to balance. And just because you isolate from people doesn't mean that you isolate from social media. So sometimes I have to do that because it's overwhelming. But I do feel like there's a fighting spirit in you. Like I feel the goodness trying to come out, but there's so much that you have to do. So you need more positivity every single day.
Yeah, I think that the most I would also add that it maybe has some amethyst with you and keep amethyst. But additionally, if I were you, I would look up naturally divine goddess or goddess power. I think it's naturally divine goddess, which is of course Shauna. Look up Shauna's website. Look up her website. Look up her LinkedIn, link tree, whatever you call it, whatever it is. Go to her website, because Shauna has jewelry that is built specifically with the power stones to do certain things. And it sounds like this is exactly what you would have from her. You would find that she creates these bracelets that, and you maybe reach out to her, send her an email, send her a message through here. Even reach out to her here, because she was just on here. She may not be on here right now. She may have already left, but reach out to Shauna again, naturally divine goddess, and goddess power, the two ways in which she says her name, um, and find her and connect with her and have her make a piece of jewelry for you. Explain what you're going through. Explain exactly what it is, and she will put the stones together in a certain way that when you wear that bracelet, it's going to be your protector. It's going to be the energy that kind of gives you that energy. It's going to be the energy source, the power source. It's going to be your spider web for like a Spider-Man. It's going to be that secret weapon. So reach out to her. She's one of the few people who do this, and she does it amazingly well. But that again, having those stones will help you, because it's a
I have
secret.
like lava rock. Like lava rock really works for me. Like it's a natural, occurring element in the earth. So I like lava rock. To me, it absorbs that negativity. And it may be an intention that I put into the bracelet, that, oh, this is what it's for, this is what it's doing. I feel better when I have it in. I feel more grounded. And it could just be a mental thing for me, but whatever it is, the tools that you need to make you feel that way. So it may be as simple as a bracelet. It may be as simple as something that you can pinned to you. She says, what's her name? It's Naturally Divine Goddess. She was in the chat earlier, but
Mhm.
she has a page. Like if you just Google Naturally Divine Goddess, or even if you put it in YouTube, it'll take you to her YouTube page, and then the link to her actual website where she sells the products is probably on there too.
Yeah, it's like goddesspower.net or
And then
something.
listen, like her tea times, listen to Don's daily downloads and all that stuff. Like I have to overwhelm myself with positivity. You can't just get up and think that it's always going to naturally come. You have to change the mindset and the narrative and bring those things in. And then you'll slowly notice like things like I'll notice that foods that I crave will change because I need something that's lighter or that makes me feel happy, or even like the things that I want to watch, the things that I want to hear, the things or the people I want to be around. All those things change because I am taking myself to the next level mentally. It's definitely a mental thing first.
Yeah, it's Goddess Power. Goddesspower.net will be her website. And from there you can find the other stuff. And again, she has facial creams. She makes these face products that are made from crushed stones, crushed power stones, again, to do this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, if you want to do something, if you want to affect a change, do it. Help find things that will help you do that, the barriers that will help you as well. But I wish you well on that. I'm telling you, again, raise the vibration. That's the very first start. Get that vibration raised, and that's going to start that process for you. Hopefully that helps you, Charlie. Again, it's we engineers, light workers. We know this. We know what you're going through. I am blessed because I don't hear spirit. I don't see spirit. I get downloads of information, and then I have to put it together. But the good part is, once I put it together for the person I'm reading, most of the time it goes away, and I'm blessed. But I know people who get overwhelmed, and it does happen. And you have to learn how to fight it. You have to learn how to push it back and say, "Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Be gone. Be gone. You have no powers here." Right? I'm telling you, Lord have mercy. Next in line, again, thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that. Keep us in mind. Let us know how things go with you. Next in line is
Actually, if you tune in tomorrow morning on Sonoran Mystic Tarot, she'll be on there too. So tune in tomorrow morning.
no, that's on
Oh no, that's
Thursday.
Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm so on my Wednesday now.
You got me confused. I'm like, what?
I'm like, wait, okay.
Because
Thursday.
being
Because
on the
normally we're
what?
Wednesday. Always in their mindset. Thursday. But again, all the other ways too. But gosh,
Yes.
I already skipped Monday and Tuesday. I was like, oh,
Uh,
we're live. This has to be Wednesday.
class just went by us like that. It's like, what?
But I
Our
don't mind.
Exactly. Our next in line is yeah, but if we go to Thursday, then you and I won't be online Wednesday. So we have to
Oh
have
yeah.
Wednesday. So we can be right back here Wednesday night. And don't forget, we are here Wednesday evening between 7 and 9, which goes to 10 or later, Mountain Time. And then Sean and I are on Thursdays in the morning between 8 and 10 Mountain Standard Time. This is from Memi Tut. And Memi Tut's question is a general reading on relationships on Rico. Relationship on Rico. Are we going to be pregnant soon?
Um, I've read that question several times because I remember her placing it in the chat. And each time I got that it was an imbalanced desire. Like you want the baby more than this person does. They're not doing anything to prevent it from happening, but you seem to be the person who really wants the baby at this time. I think initially you asked, "Are you?" And I can't medically diagnose or anything, but I don't feel like you are now. Like I feel like you're very wound up tight about it, and the pressure that you're putting on yourself is really making it harder. Like you're not being relaxed in the situation, and so you like even the act of it, you seem to put a lot of pressure on it. Like we have to get pregnant, we have to get pregnant, we have to get pregnant, and it's really stressing your body out. Um, w- Don, you can go ahead and I'll try to see if I can see will they or do I see anything about being pregnant in the future. But currently now I don't feel like you are, and I do feel like you're the person who really wants the baby more at this time.
Um, yeah, it's interesting because as you were talking and as I was even trying to feel it through, um, I just felt like it, it's it's too much. It's again, it's like this. You're putting more. It's like you're attaching so much more to
I hear
to
savior, like you're trying to save something, a
yes,
relationship.
exactly.
Like if we do this, it'll tie us together more.
Yeah.
But um I feel like you need to work out whatever. Like that's why they won't show me a definitive yes or no on whether you will. You need to work this out first. Whatever situation you have on in the relationship first, and then is to proceed to that, yes, but you seem to be the person who really is, we have to have this baby, we have to have this baby. And I don't feel like this person is saying no, but I also don't feel like they're completely on board with, yes, let's do this at this time.
Yeah, yeah. I again, to me, I don't see it. I don't see it now. I don't see it right now. I don't.
Right.
I don't. I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm just. I don't see it at this.
But I do believe that you really do need to work on whatever you two, whatever the issue is that you're thinking that this will make a happy home.
Mhm,
Like I really hear the word savior. Like this is like my last ditch effort to make it work.
mhm. And we also, while we were talking there, we had a Xena pop in. We had a Queen of Hearts, Queen of Wands,
Queen of
something like
Wands,
Queen of
yeah.
Wands. There we go. Kavita and Tia Richards. Welcome to you all, and Jano as well. So, or no, does it no J? Jano? I forget. I just wrote it too. So anyway,
I saw
welcome.
Jay no, so I was like, what?
Yeah. So welcome to each of you. Welcome in. And I've added you to the list as you've asked me to do. And we're slowly working through the list. We just finished with Memi Tudi, and next is going to be Nusha Santos. Nisha Santos
Okay. Oh, I remember that name from a
from the
while ago.
UK. They're from the UK. But you know
Oh,
what?
wow, okay.
Yeah, Nishwa Santos, if you can let us know is it general or specific, we can take care of that for you. Again, for those of you who joined, let us know if it's general or specific, your questions, and we can then hit them up when time comes. And for those who've already put it on there, I've got you down already in that sense. But if you haven't answered that question yet, let us know. If it's specific, let us know what the specific question is. Again, the UK person, Miss the Santos, I don't have. Bonnie, I think was yours general. You were next in line until we hear from the Santos. Next in line. How many people am I after? Queen, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're set number 7. You're number 7. That's for Queen. So again, Bonnie, was yours general or specific, Bonnie? Yours is love question. Okay, very good. Love question. We'll do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can meditate on your question, Queen. Absolutely, and that'll hopefully send us some energy for you too. And let's see what we're going to do with Bonnie and love.
I get a waterfall, but I get like it's a very slow start. Like you're ready to be loved, but not really sure of how to step out. Um it's nothing like what you remember. Like I feel like you've had a love in the past and that you are like it doesn't feel like I don't feel like whatever your past love was that there was any kind of break. It just like maybe I want to say that maybe a husband is deceased or is gone. Like I don't feel like there was like a we have to end it type of situation. Like it ended of no like not on your own your reason why it ended. Um love, you do seem like I get the feeling like I'm ready, but how do I get out there and get into the dating scene? Like everything is so different than the way that you remember dating to be, or um the innocence, the organicness of it. Like you seem to be overwhelmed with all the different ways you can meet people and social media and all the like you seem to be overwhelmed with that. That's kind of what I'm getting, like a confusion, like a um just where do I start? Like there's so many options that I have. Where do I start? That's kind of what I'm getting. Don, you could go ahead and I'll try to get some more information. But I just get an overall confusion as to where to start or what to do.
I'm trying to.
Oh, no
Give me
problem.
once. Oh, Lord, got a card flew out across the. Okay. Interesting. I'm getting it's interesting because I'm using the Healing Tarot deck, which I love, especially when it comes to relationships and stuff. And the first card that comes out, of course, is the Guardian Angels. And so your guardian angels, I'm wondering what it is they're having. They're wanting to have a conversation with you. So they're kind of, it's like, okay, they're stepping in and they're wanting to have a conversation with you about trust. It's like you apparently there's some issues of trust. Maybe it's issues that you've have dealt with in the past, or issues you need to deal with. Maybe situations in the past that have affected you, and that that have left you in a situation where you don't trust enough, or that you don't trust in the process enough, or if something's happening again, it's trust, and you have to work on your trust, or working on your trust, and focusing on what it is, like how you can overcome this trust issue. Again, if you get into relationship, if you're not careful, you'll get into a relationship, but you don't trust it that you don't trust that it's as good as it is going to be. You don't. Sometimes you sell it short, or you find reasons why, because you're like, if it's, I'm going to destroy it before they destroy it. Therefore, I'm not going to be let down or something. It's kind of an everything, and you have to be honest with yourself. Have this conversation with yourself. Deal with this issue of trust, and work on the trust issue. And when you work on the trust issue, you're going to find that relationship. You're going to be open to that relationship, and you're open in a very honest and true nature. And it's interesting because you have the Archangel Michael with you, and again, he's working on your behalf. He's helping you to go through this. But you have to, once you have to do this self-healing. That self-healing is the most important thing. But guess what? Once you get that self-healing done, your soulmate is waiting for you. That's a wonderful thing. So your soulmate is there. Again, the gods are there. Your angels are working with you. Your guardian angel is there. And again, your guardian angel, this apparently is Michael, which is wonderful. How wonderful is that? If you're going to have an angel, why not that one? But again, he's directing you with trust. He's saying, work on your trust issue, get it under control. Make sure the next time you get in a relationship that you know that it's real, it's true, and that you earned it, that you're worth it. Okay, so it's a validation. Okay, go with that. I hope that helps you. Bonnie says, what about her friend she has now? Again, Bonnie, I
didn't feel any romance at all. I felt friendly.
Yeah, and I just don't think it's the right time. I don't think that even if that was the right person, I don't think it's going to happen right now, because the guardian angels are keeping you protected to make sure that you are ready, because they don't want you to go into a situation that's again going to leave you once again sitting there without the benefit of what should happen. I'll put it that way. So with that said, hopefully it helped you, Bonnie. Let's see. Next in line is Glam Zaddy. And I got to find Glam Zaddy's question. They were at 21.
I just like that name.
Isn't that nice? I know. I worship your master, Yamasha. I sent angels to wage spiritual warfares offensively against all of your demons and yourself by... Wow, that's a lot of writing there. I'm trying to get through it, but it's dense. It's very dense text. By taking vengeance and revenge spiritually by the mightiest name of the true God, Yahweh, pray amen. I think that means that you're sending us good energy, and I'm taking it that way. And so I always take good energy. Anybody wants to give it, that's for sure.
And if you're not, then I'm sending it back.
Exactly.
Where's my bubble?
Exactly. What is it? Return to sender address unknown. Right? So hopefully it's meant in good.
I thought, are we being trolled? Like,
I wasn't sure, But that's okay. We've got a high enough energy level that we are ready. We're ready for it all.
Right.
Absolutely. Yes, Emily and Carter, I have you both on the list, and I've got the information down. And now I'm searching for what number? 2134. 2134. That's where the question is for Glam Zaddy. Yeah, I love that name.
Oh, I
Glam.
forgot the name. Okay, I just love the name.
Exactly. Glam Zaddy. Who's your Zaddy? Glam, who is your Zaddy? 2134. I'm almost there. I didn't realize we had that many people in there. It says, hi there. Okay. I see Glam Zaddy, but I don't see the question they asked. I see they're all around them, but Glam Zaddy, if you're still here, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to do a general reading for you, and hopefully that'll still answer the question. Generally speaking, it's funny how we even if we don't have a specific question and we do a general reading, we all of a sudden we wind up getting the same answer that you were asking. That happens more often than you can imagine. So with that said, let's do it that way, Angie. I don't see another option there.
Okay. I don't recall a question. Like I remember seeing the name and thinking, "Oh, I like the name," but I don't recall a specific question. But I'm okay with going general.
Okay.
I got a very like I do remember the picture. It seemed like there was a young lady on the picture. Um I get a very free loving spirit. Oh, she says hi, I'm here. Oh, but did she give us a question?
Was it general or specific, Glam? Where did I don't see her yet. She didn't pop up on mine yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, I was just reading what you posted then. It just
Oh,
says I'm here.
oh yeah. That was me.
Um,
I love it.
let me have a little bit more courage.
Joni, I've added you to the list.
Okay, general. I keep hearing clingy. I keep asking again. I get a clingy sense like you cling on to um not so much for love but for finances. Um but I do get a fun loving spirit where you're going to pay for my time or you're going to like you seem to have very high energy and be very self-assured. You know that you're beautiful, you know that you're desired, and so you are of the attitude that you are worth your time is valuable and needs to be compensated for. Like you seem to be very like you don't seem to like have a serious care that is really bothering you at the time. Like it just seems like you're just really kind of fun loving and just kind of living on life and um maybe learning from your mistakes or maybe not even acknowledge them, just kind of living. Like I get a very young spirit, just we're having fun type energy from you.
Um, for me, the first thing that came to that I felt was that you had a rough end of year. I don't think your holidays were quite as what you'd hope they would be, and I'm getting the feeling that there was a dust up, a conflict, some kind of conflict happened during the holidays, and it left you feeling that some things that had not been resolved, and that yes, Richard, you're on the list. I have you on the list. I don't have you down as a is it Tia Richards or is it just Richards? Yeah, Tia Richards. I have you down. 2227 is your timeline. I've got that. We're good. Yeah, you're on the list. And welcome, Stacy, by the way. But back to Glam Zaddy. Again, there was a conflict over the holidays, and you left, and it left open. You left the holidays with the issue left open, and there was no resolution. And that resolution is kind of carrying itself through, and it's still kind of something that's in the back of your mind. Now you know what you need to do. You don't need us to tell you what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You got to take this on. You got to resolve this. You got to put it to rest. It's something that was very little apparently, and it kind of blew up It became more than it should have been, but that's because of the emotion of the holiday and all the inertia and energy that's around the holidays, and everybody's on point anyway. And so again, step in, step up, step over that hurdle, and close this issue out, because you're drawing it into the new year, and you don't need that energy in the new year. Otherwise, I feel good about everything else around you, but again, there's someone that you need to approach, and you need to put this to rest. And if not, this is going to linger in your head. It's going to take up, it's going to waste space in your head. It's renting space that you don't need to let rent. So in other words, evict this thought and get out there and take care of it. Make sure you address the person, let them know that, hey, let's move beyond this. It's not as bad as it was. It's not as bad as you all made it out to be. The only thing is, again, everybody was tense and the moments were not good, and there was some wounds, because unfortunately some words were spoken that probably should not have been spoken, and they cut a little too deep. But I'm telling you, I'm feeling that everybody's beyond it. But the words of "I'm sorry" and "Can we move beyond this?" they need to be said. They need to be verbalized, because this will fester. So take this to heart, and make that outreach. Again, this is something that happened. You know what I'm talking about. You know very clearly what I'm talking about. What happened during the holidays. So please embrace it and move forward. Okay. With that, Glam Zaddy, I'm hoping that you found your daddy. Who's your daddy? Glam Zaddy. Is it late? Am I crazy? Are we drunk? I don't know. I'm telling you, this is only water. But I feel like, who's
This is
your
only cranberry juice, I promise.
Next is G Gonzalez. And G Gonzalez, I do not recall a specific or
I
general.
remember all these names.
Yeah, I didn't write down a time, because I asked about general specific, and I did not get a question response on that one. So G Gonzalez, I will wait for you to get back with us and let us know whether it's specific or general, and we'll move on to the next question. The next question is from Karina,
Oh, I
and
remember that name.
Karina is at 2202. So I think it is maybe a specific question. I try to make my screen move. There we go. 2202. Come on, let's go. There we go. We're rolling. For those of you who don't know, what I do is, as I'm right now, on the right side of my screen are all your chats, and I can go back and that's what I'm doing. I'm going back and trying to find the exact question, and then what I do is I can highlight that question, and it'll pop up on the screen. And that's why you see me just kind of like doing this spacey look on. It's because I'm actually looking at something more than space. And so right now we're looking at, there it goes. This is from Karina Chandler. And Karina Chandler says, can I get a love reading? Single, what's coming for me in love? Yes, indeed, Karina, you can get yourself a love reading.
I feel an empty space. Like at first I thought it was like you moving into a house, but I feel like this is career, like you're moving into a new space, a new environment. Either you're starting a business or you're starting a new career, like you're going into something new and you get to build whatever it is. That has been your focus for a long time. And love seems to have been very high on the list, but still not your complete focus, and you're ready to share your life with someone. When I ask, are you going to be successful in love this year? Career very much seems to be what where you should be at the time, or where spirit seems to want to guide you, because I just see like you building this office. Like I see like a purple table or some kind of colorful office space where the design is unique, and you're walking into this, or this is a space the spirit is showing me around, and you seem to be very focused on your career, but not so like love. You want it, but career seems to be where spirit wants you to be right now. And that's what you need to be focusing on. And if it happens in the meantime, then okay, but if it's going to divert you from where you are, because this seems to be like a very like a lifelong, this is their word, lifelong goal or career path that you've been working toward. And so if a relationship is going to knock you off of that, then I don't feel like spirit is going to allow it to happen. So that's what I'm getting.
For me, I see the I'm seeing beaches. I'm seeing summertime. I mean summertime activities, and so I'm seeing that you're don't expect something until around summertime, and then when something I guess, and maybe again it goes back into what Angie's saying is that you have to focus on the work and get the work and the career moving forward, and then once that progression starts moving forward, then it's the right time. And so I can see that in around summertime, you going out, and I see you're on vacation and you meet somebody on vacation, and this person that you meet on vacation is going to be somewhere around 5'10", 6 feet, darker hair, very handsome, very good build, by the way. Um, Unfortunately, not the brightest light bulb. So, and that's not going to work for you. It'll work for you for the vacation and for a little time after. But as time wears on and the physical kind of fizzles a little bit, you're not going to be happy, because again, you're intellectual. You're somebody who needs a little bit of brain wattage going through there. And this person, though they're the sweetest person in the world, they just can't keep up with your brain power, and you're bored and you're going to move on. So you're moving on before October, before Halloween. It'll be over before Halloween. It may even be over before the end of summer. But I do see it after like Veterans Day or Memorial Day, whichever one that is. But before Halloween, it's gone. And this is not like a Thanksgiving take home family. That's not going to go that long. But again, this is a Mr. Right now and not a Mr. Right. I also see that he is somebody whom, again, it's interesting because you share a lot of the same beliefs. You share a lot of the same other things. It's just that the wattage, it's just not there. And you are somebody who needs the brain power. You need somebody who has the wattage. When you converse, you hope that it's again something comes back, and instead it's like an absorption. It's like the words just getting, you're like, okay, come on, please. And also his ability to speak is going to be a problem, because again, you're going to be sitting there and listening to him speak, and some of his he's not going to be as articulate as you would hope. And so you'll know exactly as soon as you know that, now that you've heard it, as soon as you meet the person, you're going to go, oh geez, yes, I can see it. He is fine, but not so much. Go back to Angie. Anything else you got, Angie?
I just keep getting that career is the focus. Like these may be little things that provide your physical needs, but I don't feel like there is a long-term romance in the way that the question seems to present. Is love coming for me? Yes, in the long haul, yes, but in the short haul, your career seems to be what spirit has you focused on. Now you can always derail that and go and try to pursue love, but I feel like they're going to keep putting you back on this career, and
Yes.
then while you're living life, love will come in.
Yep. Yep. I believe that. Yep. And again, this is Mr. Right now, not Mr. Right. With that said, hopefully that helped you, Karina. Hopefully you're not too angry with me. I mean, hey, he's a boy toy. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. We all need a
We're
little.
honest. Like, I'm not going to tell you that, oh, yes, you're going to find Prince Charming when that's not what I see. Like, I tell
Right.
you exactly what I see, and
Exactly.
you don't have to do it. I'm just telling you, this is, as of what you asked right now, that's what we see.
Exactly. The next is it's a Merit Zenabi, Merit Zenabi, and Merit Zenabi. Will I get an NGO job that I applied for soon?
As you read the question, I heard yes. Um, is it a virtual job? If it feels like a virtual job, or something. Like it doesn't feel like it has a permanent place yet as to where it's going to be. Like maybe you don't know the location or maybe you have to go to the location. But I do feel like it's a yes on the job. Um I feel like it's something that you're familiar with. It doesn't seem to be a new industry for you. Like you seem to be and I don't want to say veteran, but that's the word that they're using is veteran. Like you seem to be knowledgeable in this field. So I think it is. This seems to be a pay increase. It seems to be a more permanent solution, but I don't feel like it has a location set yet. Like it's like this job seems to be in transition or flux, or like it's very fluid. That's how they're making it seem. But it does overall seem to be a positive move forward. I do get a yes for me that it is something, but I don't they're saying not the long haul. It doesn't seem to be like your career. Like this isn't what you're going to retire off of. That's how I get it. Like or maybe like this is what you want, but when you get into it, you're kind of like, oh, something like that. Like it's not for the. I don't feel like it's a long haul job.
Yeah, no, um, I saw the stepping stone. This is a stepping stone. And I also saw that you have another hurdle first before you're not there yet. You have another hurdle. And I don't know if I don't think it's not necessarily an interview. There's a piece of paper, there's a form, there's some other piece of document that must be put together in your package. Again, that's the pack. I'm getting this. So it's like your package is not complete. There's a piece of paper or a form or something else that needs to go in there that is missing, that is not complete. And so you have to get that completed. You'll know what it is because apparently that it's already been identified as a problem for you. It's not a job stopper. It's not a whatever. It's just that you need a complete package and there is something missing in the package. So if I were you, I'd reach out to them again and say, okay, how are things going? Give them the opportunity to address with you the fact that, oh, there's something else missing. And it's something that you already have, something that you'll be able to get access to easily. But so no problem there. But what I'm saying is that this is something that you should consider doing. You'll get that package complete. The package will come together, and eventually the job will be yours. The timing is not yours. You don't control the timing, and that's one thing to let you know is that once you get identified. And once the job is and then offered to you, it's still going to take a little time to get it. But this is a stepping stone. This is not going to be the end all be all job. And you're going to, once you get it, you're going to think, man, it's not what I'd hoped. It's
That's
not what.
exactly what I thought. Like I really thought, but no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good news and bad news there, Melmit, Merit.
But to your overall question, yeah, you'll get it. You just
Yep.
won't like it.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. Some of God's favorite gifts or unanswered prayers. I don't know. This may be one of those prayers that maybe you didn't need to answer because you're like, okay, I got. But maybe you should.
You know that little boy
It's
who's
a stepping
always
stone.
like drinking that cup and he has that. When I used to hear that, I used to be like, I don't like to hear about unanswered prayers. I used to be like, no, it's either yes, no, or yes or no, not unanswered, just yes or no. I'll even take a no, just answer it either way. But I like what
Exactly.
that unanswered prayer thing.
Yep. And hopefully it helps you merit. The next in line is Zena Detacharaya. And what are my parents' energies toward me? What are my parents' energy towards me? Interesting.
I heard like they want success for you, like any other parent would want for their child. Like I feel like they do push you and want you to excel, but I didn't feel like there was a negative energy in them. Like I feel like they really push you. They want you to be successful. Like you feel like they're maybe nagging you or hard on you, but I feel like they are trying to prepare you. I didn't get that they were trying to hurt you, but force you out into the world. Like the image I get is of a baby bird being pushed out of the nest. Like you need to move forward is how I saw it. I didn't get an like when I asked, is there a negative energy? Like what is it? Like I immediately heard as I read the question, they want success. They want you to be successful. They want you to move forward. They want you to build and be self-sufficient is but that's all I keep getting over and over. And then that bird being pushed out of the nest. Don, are you getting anything different? But that's exactly how I feel. It's like it's just a bird being pushed out of the nest. You need to move forward. You need to um, take their criticism as constructive and not as trying to beat you down, is how I felt it.
Um, I'm getting the feeling like, hmm, I'm getting the feel. Yeah, there's this feeling. I don't think I think your parents. um, are concerned in the sense that they believe that you're not your confidence. There's something about your confidence. It's they've worked hard to build you up and to make you feel like you can achieve a lot, and yet for some reason you have you have you have a confidence issue, and the confidence issue it confounds them to a degree because your parents don't have that problem. By the way, your parents are very confident people, and so for them it's a bit perplexing that no matter they feel like they have let you down to a degree because they've not been able to help you to to appreciate your value and to have the confidence you need, um, because they think the world of you and they know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. I mean, there's no question to that. That's not even a question mark in their heads. They know that you have amazing talents and that those when put to bear will be wonderful for anybody who wants them, any employer, anybody, whatever. And actually, it's funny because one of your parents thinks you should be an independent whatever you're doing. They think you should be. They're looking to you to be like own your own business or be a contractor or be a something. And I can see them. It's something that's professional, something that's like I'm getting the label on the door. So like a physician, a lawyer, an engineer, an architect. I don't know, but again, I think that they're the funny part isn't they're not worried so much. I mean, they're not upset with you in any way. They're upset with they feel like themselves that they have not been they've kind of a little bit they haven't failed, but they feel like they're limited into how what else they can do to help you understand your value and to give you your worth because again you question that they can't understand why you don't see your value and
Like,
they're
the whole time you were talking, they kept showing me a bird, like, "You have wings, why won't you start
yeah.
flying? Like, you have all of the tools that you need, why won't you just fly?" And so they're like, "If we just push you this time, are you gonna fall flat or are you gonna actually realize I have wings, I have the tools, I can do this?" Like, I overall feel like it's a frustration with not being able to get you motivated and get you out on your career path. Like, success is the very first word that I heard, like,
Mhm.
when I as we were reading your question, is that they want success for you, and it was more like a, how could you question that? Um, you really, are like, they think that you're ready to get out on your own and move forward. You just don't seem to be ready for that or understand that you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that yeah, yeah, your parents love you. You don't your parents are not the problem. If anything, your parents want the most for you, and they may have even cocooned you a little too much because they love you so much. So use their power, use their grace, use their love for you as a sounding board, as a way to springboard, not a sounding board, a springboard to springboard to give you more confidence because again you need more confidence. You have so much to be proud of, and that's what we're getting from your parents are their energy is talking to us very clearly. You have enough to be proud of. Do not fall into the mode of I'm not worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy, and your parents are trying to help you understand that. So keep that in mind. Zania, thank you for popping in. We appreciate that. Next in line is Tia Richards. And we do have a question with Tia, and I got to find the number. It's at 22, 27 time wise. 22,
Oh, I
27.
was right there. Let's see. I just keep seeing, am I on the list?
General reading. There you go.
Okay.
Gotcha. General, please, can you please tell me what's coming up for me in 2022 in love and in abundance?
There's a very familiar energy with you, like you're doing this lifetime again, but you're aware that you're doing this lifetime again. First, but let me read your question one more time. Can you please tell me what's coming up in 22 for love and abundance? Um, abundance, I definitely see, like, I felt like the arms of my little tapestry, we're moving. Like you're in your element. You know who you are. You're being comfortable in who you are, in your power, in whatever you're experiencing. In abundance, I definitely see growth. I do like they're showing me green grass and things, but you have to move out of this winter. Like you're ready to skip a season. You wanted to go from where you are now right into your summer or right into your success. And they're telling me that there is a due season, there's a due change. Like you have to allow the winter to unthaw for the spring to happen and then for the summer. So it's a process. You can't skip over any part. You just want to go from where you are now right into your success. But I do see abundance coming, for you in career and finance. Those are the exact words they said for when I said abundance, I heard in career and finance. I definitely see that. Um, I hear the word hotel. Like, do you work in some kind of service industry, or are you thinking about doing like I heard the word hotel, so I'm assuming that's kind of something around the work that you do, or some kind of service is how it felt like a service industry, and you're looking to move up or move on to another level. And it's all about, like, the way that they're presenting to me, it's all about in you applying for something, like applying for what you think that you're worth. You seem to be applying for because this is where you think that you are, but if you want growth, you have to go outside your comfort zone and apply for something else. I see that you have the talents and skills. Like they're showing me a wand, the Ace of Wands. So there is a new beginning. There is a divine help that I see coming, but it's all in you applying yourself. Like I feel like there's some steps that you need to take. Like now they're showing me like a not a nine. It must be a 10 of wands. Like I feel like you're at the end, that 10 is there, and then you're going over to that ace in the new beginning. So I feel like you're ending some things, but you're starting some things. But that ending is also about being able to self-reflect and know that this industry, or maybe whatever industry you're in now, has served you well, and now it's time for you to move on. But you have to realize that you deserve to move on. She's trying to build on her land. Um, are you trying to build a hotel or some kind of like bed and breakfast? Like I really got that service industry type thing that you're trying to do. So like next level. Like you may have information about it and now you're trying to go to the next level, but you don't know how to um get it started on your own. But yeah, I definitely got service industry. You can go ahead, Don.
It's interesting because before you said anything about building, I thought of building, but I saw this as a. It's interesting because I didn't understand it to be actual physical building. I was getting as it's a building year. I was getting the feeling of it's a building year. It's a year on which again you're not going to make leaps. You're not going to make bounds, but you're building on you're still building on the foundation of something. And so this is a building year. This is not going to be a year where you're going to see like this meteoric rise. You're not going to see a jump. You're going to be a leap. Again, there are certain things you have to put in place, and I kept seeing like a file folder and things having to be put into place. And so
Yes.
I also see a lot of pieces moving around, and it also again they have to fall into place the way they're supposed to. So for me, I see this as a building year, a year in which you're putting things together. I do not see anything about love this year for me. I didn't sense anything about love, and I felt like this is not the year. My feeling is that there was so much energy around this platform, this foundation you're leveling and creating, that it doesn't. It's not been. This is not a year for love. This is not something where relationships are only be a hindrance. They're not going to be a help because again, this is a year that dedicated to this foundation. That's what I'm
Yeah,
getting.
it very seems to be orderly. Like you said, file folders and or like they showed me seasons change. Like you
Yeah.
cannot skip from here to the end. You want to go straight to the end. And there's a process. Like it all has like every even the little things that you think are annoying that are annoyance, they are for your protection and they are for a foundation to get, like Don said, you have to build that foundation. And I very much felt like order, and a change. So where I saw changing, yeah, new. I felt like it was a new industry or a new something that you were doing career wise, but I didn't see anything for love. Like I didn't even get a hint of a piece of a maybe just career definitely, but it's all again in your confidence and you working in an orderly fashion with spirit.
Hmm. So hopefully it helps you, Tia. To let people, to make a quick reminder to folks, we are streaming across, I think it's at least 5 platforms. I'm on you. There's YouTube under Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is me. There's YouTube under Angie
Angie
Lewis.
Lewis.
And by the way, if you're on one of them but not on the other, make sure you pop over to the other and subscribe on both of them. Again, so if one of us are not doing something one night, the other one is, then you know we're live. But again, subscribe to both. That would be fantastic. But we're live streaming to both Angie Lewis, to Sonoran Mystic Tarot on YouTube, and then on Facebook to Don Rima Rivera, which is my personal Facebook page, and
And
then
Angie
on
Lewis.
and Angie Lewis Facebook page, and on Twitch at Sonoran Mystic Tarot. And are you on Twitch too, Angie, or no?
Yes, and I think it's under A5Says.
Well, there you go. So we have 6. We are streaming to 6 different platforms at the same time. The thing is, we use what's called Restream, which is a software that allows us to do this. So we're not sitting on YouTube. We're not sitting on the other ones individually. We're going across all of them. So when you pop up on my screen, to the right of my screen, there's a chat box. And when you pop up, it tells me that I'm on, whether you're on Facebook or whether on YouTube or whether you're on Twitch. And then additionally, if it says paired, that means I'm getting it from somebody else. And so if it's like right now, Tia is paired on Facebook through Angie, is what I'm getting from here. So the question is coming in. Emily is coming in paired on YouTube through Angie. And so when you are there and you see maybe 2 or 3 people, you are only 2 or 3 people on that one platform, but there's 6 platforms. So again, when you ask a
But we
question,
love it.
exactly. But when you ask a question and you think, oh, maybe I'm the only one. Why? So I can't get a reading. Why can't I get a reading
We're getting there.
when I'm the only person? Well, or the only 2 people. Well, you're not the only 2 people. There's that, because there's so many of you across the platforms. We actually are responding to everybody across platforms, but because of the way the software works, it doesn't allow you to see the questions. And that's often why when I respond to people, I try to reach out to them and say something, and therefore everybody knows. And they're looking. Some people say, "Wait a minute, they're not even online. Who are you talking to?" Well, yeah, they are, but they're on Facebook Angie, or on YouTube Don, or on that way. So I just wanted to bring that in there. And Queen is one of them. Queen is on Twitch, and she's on, I think, my Twitch. And so Queen is on my Twitch. And Queen, can you remind us of your question so we
Is
can
that
have it?
who's next, Queen?
Yeah, Queen is next.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. And after Queen is Kavida, and then Jano, and then Rosa, and then Carter and Emily and Johnny, and then Nada and Nada. Nada, 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 nada. Is that what it is? Anyway, so and after that, I think we're pretty much toast. If Angie isn't already ready to go to bed as it is, I don't know.
Okay.
So yes, we are moving forward. But I just wanted to give you guys an education on how we're doing it, because again, some people, when they come in, they're looking and thinking, "Wait a minute, I want a reading and there's nobody else. How come I can't get a reading?" Well, there are many folks. So the other day we had 243 people come through the other day, but it didn't show 243 because, again, on your thing, it's only 14 here or 11 there or 12 there.
Oh, I like that. I love it.
So anyway, now with that question answered, let's get back to Queen of Wands. And her question is, what is some advice for my relationship? Where is it headed currently?
I immediately heard, like, like you seem to be very familiar with this person. Um it seems to be just flowing along. There doesn't seem to be any hiccups. And I think that's what seems to be bothering you. Like, where is this going? What is this? It seems to be a little bit easy. It doesn't seem to be like on any rocky ground, as the way that I see it. Like, I felt like it said, but you are also kind of like, could it be this good? Could it be this easy? Because you haven't had it to be that way in the past. I feel like I don't feel like there's any issues, and it seems to be heading. I don't get like they're like is it going to an altar? Is it going to a specific thing? It doesn't seem to have any ending for me again. It just seems to be something that is existing and that is holding its space well. It doesn't seem to need to be defined, and that's more something that seems to be on your side. Like I need to know where we're going, what we're doing, and maybe you're asking this question too early, or maybe it's just supposed to be this easy and that's the lesson for you. So that's what I got.
When you ask about where is it headed currently, um, it's like I just get the feeling of no change, no change, no change.
Yeah. It
You
just
know?
seems to be holding its place in
Yeah,
suspended in time. It doesn't seem to be going to any specific end. Either you haven't voiced to the universe what you want it to be because of a fear of I don't want it to fall apart, but there doesn't seem to be any goal in mind. Like you haven't set any intention for it is like how I feel that it is. And I don't even get a lot of information about it.
yeah. That's me. I'm trying to. I just like I don't feel. It's like it's just. Hmm. I hate to say this, but has it gotten into the the friend zone? The kind of um uh, um
She said her intention is to be with this person long term and to grow with them.
yeah, unfortunately, I don't see growth from this. I see. I just feel like it's like
It's
all of a
the
sudden.
present, and that's it.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no I don't see a beginning or end, like, it's the present where we are right now,
yeah,
and I don't know if that's a conversation, like, I don't see any pages, they're not showing me any pages, it just seems to be where we are. It
yeah,
doesn't seem to be heading in any direction.
yeah. And I don't. And when usually when I'm dealing with somebody where there's like there's this headiness, this kind of silly craziness that you feel, the euphoria, and that's about this. And I don't feel that. I feel like again sliding into friend zone. You know?
Yes, okay, that's why it felt so comfortable, like and now I hear the word platonic. It
Yeah,
just feels very,
yeah.
we
Hmm.
know each other well type situation.
Yep. Like friends or friends with benefits kind of deal. It's just it's I don't see it coming into. I
She
just
says, "Are am I saying that we won't be able to grow together?" No, we're not saying that you're not able to. I just don't see anything. And for me, it's an intention. Like I keep hearing the word intention, intention. Like the intention hasn't been set either as a couple, or maybe you have an intention and he doesn't have one. But I just don't see it going anywhere. It's they're literally showing me the present. Like this is where you are right now, and there's no like if the video or whatever we're seeing got cut off, like it was too big for the screen and it got cut off, I don't see anything before and I don't see anything after. It's not to say it's a good or a bad thing. Maybe it's decisions that you all have to make and discussions that you have to have. But at this point, at the time that you're asking this question, Spirit does not show me anything that is moving forward or progressing in a way that shows promise.
yeah,
But it could work out that way for you.
yeah, yeah. And it could and it may even be a relationship where there isn't a lot of fire. I mean, that's always possible. Maybe you can be happy with that at the end, but it
Like, I just heard we look good on paper, like, as a unit, maybe we
yeah,
look good together,
yeah,
but as a passionate couple, I don't feel like that what it is.
yeah, like a business arrangement kind of deal. Yeah. Sorry, Queen. We should give you better impact. And again, no matter what we say, the reality is you have total self control. You have free will. So anything can happen. And hopefully, if you want something else to happen, then you take steps and make changes to where that you make things happen. Next in line is Kavita Nidu, Neadu. And it says, "Hi there, hope you are well. I would like to know if I will find another job anytime soon. I lost my job, please."
I heard a resounding yes, and I feel like you've been applying a lot to multiple jobs. And one of those jobs does seem to be like um again, like Don would say, stepping stone. I feel like something is coming, but it's a right now, not a build on. Like it's a I have to pay the bills type job. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a future thing. Are you looking like I can't remember if it was your question or not that I saw like I saw the word CNA, like I saw like a walker, like you were helping older individuals or you were helping people who were in need of care where they couldn't completely self care for themselves. But I do feel like, yes, a job is coming. You're very anxious about it. They are giving me that build up in my chest, like you're very anxious about, I need to find a job. I need to find a job. You seem to be a hard worker. You seem to be somebody who is employed a lot, but you haven't found the right thing that you really, really love. You're a right now, pay the bills type person. And I feel like you really are trying to find that career path or that thing that you like. But since they're showing me like medical equipment, I'm thinking that maybe it should be the healthcare, or that's where you want to go, or maybe that's what you're passionate. Something with helping people, definitely. Don, you can go ahead.
What I saw is that there are it's like I'm getting the three, and it's like the three, and it's like a triad, and it's interesting. It looks like you applied for three jobs in kind of the same field, um, and the thing that comes out that shines the most with me, I'm getting the color of blue, and so I would say that the job that is going to connect with you, the job that you're going to get a response from, is a company, and it's like with a blue logo or a blue a background with white letters in front, but I'm seeing blue. I'm seeing that it is not coming through for about three more weeks, 3.5 more weeks. This is a job that's interesting. This is a job that wow, it's an interesting. It's a this job will cause a commute. You're going to have a commute. This is going to take you. This is going to kill some of your day because again, the commute time is going to be significant. This job is going to be. It's going to be a bit trying for you. You're thinking. Um, it's not. Yeah, it's interesting. This job is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you because it's going to be a little out of your wheelhouse, shall we say? It's going to be beyond a little bit beyond what you do. It's going to take you a while to get situated and comfortable in the job because again, you're going to have to really ramp up quick. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to speed it up. You're going to make more money than you thought you were going to make. That's a good thing about this job. But the hours are going to be you're going to be when you go home, you're going to be tired. You're going to be worn, and the commute is going to be even more of a drudge for you. So eventually, this job is going to wear you down and wear you out. And so again, you won't be keeping this job long term, but it is a good stepping stone. Again, I use that word, but this is a good stepping stone. There is a job coming through in August or September. That's the next job, not this job. That's the next, you're getting in this job in a few weeks. So you're going to find out about it. But in August, September, you're going to be finding another job where you're going to be taking that one. That one's going to be more suited to where you're headed. That's going to be part of your long-term strategy. And that one is one that you're going to appreciate. That one you're going to be very, very well suited to. You're also going to be ready for it. You're not going to feel so rushed to have taken it. This job, you feel a little more pressure, like you have to take when it comes. That job, you're going to find it, and you're going to be in the right place, the right time, in the right frame of mind. That hey, this I can do. I want this job. This one is a need. That's a want. That's what I'm getting.
I
So,
when you were describing the what blue with the white, I heard Blue Cross Blue Shield.
mhm,
So
yeah,
yeah. Like I said, yeah, I felt like it was pay the bill type job and that her future job is coming.
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, this is not your career. This is a job. This is a job. So and again, and it's not a bad job in that sense, but it's going to work you. It is going to zap your energy level. It's going to really your when you leave for when you get home at the end of the day, you're gonna feel like, damn, you put a day in. You definitely put a day in, and you earned your money. That's what I'm getting. So hopefully that helped you there, or at least gave you some direction. Jay, no, you are next, and I need to find out where you are because I don't have a number. I have a 25 and 27 between the two of you. Um, so it's 22, 25, and then 22, 27. But I don't see you for some reason.
I remember the name Jano.
Isn't Jano Jason? Remember Jason from 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever? Not
Oh,
last week.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm almost certain Jano is Jason. And Jason's just whoever came in. Remember we talked. For people who want to know, we don't know Jason. We don't know Jano. We know of the name because Jano came in and we talked how it's a cool name, and then he said Jason, and so that's how I remember the
I
Jano.
don't see it on the list either. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know where it went. So maybe after so many, they just disappear from the chat.
I don't know. He's like, where the heck? Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna do general, or
Yeah,
you?
I see hello for Jano, and I saw some other thing at 2227. I saw the hello, but I don't see anything else. So hey Jano, if you're still out there, let me know your question, general, specific, whatever. We're gonna move on, but we'll come right back to you as soon as you pop on and give us a question, general or specific, because we have right now. I don't see any direction in that result. The next one in line is Rosa, and Rosa, I know she's here. Only put out. Oh yeah, and Rosa's even telling me there. He only put a low. So Rosa, can you remind us of your question? Rosa was like waiting on board. She's like, I know who's next.
Is
Rosa is ready.
Carter on there?
Carter is after Rosa.
Okay, I
Mhm.
thought okay, because okay. Well, where's Rosa?
Yeah, and Rosa says I
Oh,
said to both of you, and then she asked a little earlier, and I'm trying to find her question, or did she just put a new question in, or the
I
thing
can.
back? Where is Rosa? Rosa, Rosa. Let's see. Yeah, I saw the question earlier, and I even told myself to write the time down, and that's the one of the few people I didn't write the time down. Rosa, if you could remind me, that would be
I
great.
see like several comments. I see a okay. I see. You are on the list.
Yes, that's
Oh,
here.
could you ask? Here it is. It's at 2222 and it's a paired message from YouTube. It says, "Could you ask Spirit what you see for a good job opportunity coming toward me soon? I'm ready to leave my job." So she wants to know if there's a job opportunity coming because she's ready to leave her job.
Okay.
It's right up under Queen of Wands question that says, "Would it be something about like right after Bonnie said thank you, then Rosa is right on top of that one. It's how it shows on my side. But it's is there a job opportunity coming soon and I'm ready to leave my job.
Okay. Well, let's go with that. I can't find it on my side.
If you
I,
see that long rant that was I worship, like it's after that.
okay. Let me try to find that one then. That
But
one
I'll
put it.
go ahead and try to get in the energy about job opportunity.
That'd be great.
Rosa, are you in the food industry? Like they immediately showed me like glass buildings or maybe some business that went out of business. Um, I feel like you have been forced. No, you said you want to leave your job. So like maybe you want to either you want to cook. She's a teacher, then no, because they showed me a glass front building. And do you want to cook? Because I felt like it was a restaurant. People were looking into the glass building. It didn't, or it could be a school because there was a long entrance up to the school. Let me just get more information. Um, I do immediately feel like you lost your passion for what it is that you do. Like you really did enjoy what it was, but the last 2 years have been um very overwhelming for you. Like you lost your passion for it. Like you went into it thinking you would teach the world, you know, and bring up the future, children of, what was gonna, build a better future. But the politics of it all and everything that's going on has made you lose your passion, and you're like, I just want to go a completely different route. Like I don't feel like the kids are like they used to be. Like I feel like there's so much drastic change. You're like, you know what, I just want to go a totally different route and go to something completely new. um it feels like it is a just a feeling that is overwhelming you right now. And I feel like even if you do leave in some capacity, you'll come back, because that is what you seem to have liked initially. But even if you do go on to something new, which I do see opportunities for new things, I don't feel like you'll love it. And then when you come back, maybe you'll reignite your passion. But it is very much like you are fighting what your heart's desire to, this just isn't what I signed up for, and you're looking for a new opportunity. I do see a new opportunity, but I don't know that you've even decided what you want it to be. Just get me the hell out of here is how it feels. Like wherever I have to go, this is where I have to go in order to get me out of here. Don, you can go ahead.
It's interesting because for me, um, I saw I didn't see teacher. I don't. I don't. I guess I don't have your screen, so I don't know where teacher came from. But I saw tutor.
It was her last comment. She says, "I'm a
Oh,
teacher and the place is toxic. I know my season is
ah,
done there."
okay, there you go. Because I was like, for me, I was getting tutor, and I was seeing you as a tutor. I was seeing you as an online tutor. Um, I saw you as an online tutor, but that only will last until you get the job as an insurance adjuster. You're going to be an insurance claims person.
She
I
said
see
start her own business, so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is again a tutoring, doing an online tutoring until you get the job, but then the job is going to be an insurance, working with insurance companies, doing insurance, taking insurance claims, and so you'll be sitting at home. I see a headset on your head. I see you answering the phone, taking information about claims. Maybe an incident occurs, and then whatever. I don't know the process. I have no idea, but I'm seeing insurance. I'm seeing insurance claims. I'm seeing you doing insurance work, and from your home at your own leisure. I also see very flexible hours. I see that somehow that all you have to do is hit a button and then you take a call and at your leisure, and it's like you're not forced. And I see you liking that because I see you you kind of having the control you want. You control the flow of the conversation. You control the workload when you want to take a job, when you want to take a call, when you don't want to take a call. I see you again. I just see that this is going to bring you a peace, a kind of a zen, because it's going to allow you to not have to deal with all of the negative energy that's coming at you right now. You are dealing with energy from not only students but parents and with everything else. A lot of negative energy. I'm sensing it. I'm sensing the feeling of also being pushed to produce sometimes grades that aren't true. Maybe you're trying to, people want you to pad grades, those kind of things. A lot of different things. And you joined. You were very idealistic when you joined education. You joined education because you wanted to help. You wanted to educate. You truly wanted to be an educator, and you realize now that it's also a business, and so it's the business of education, and that's part of the frustration and toxicity that you feel, and that's part of the anger, and that has left you feeling worse. That's why the tutoring kind of helps. But even when you do tutoring, you're going to realize that's not really where I want to be. That's just a step, because again, I'm seeing you in insurance. I'm seeing you sitting there in front of a computer, taking calls and claims as they come in, and then sending those claims off to whoever processes them, whatever. I don't know. I just see you taking claims. That's all what I see. That's what I'm seeing. So not
Yeah.
not exciting, not whatever. I can't give you like you're not going to be I don't see you doing something like crazy out there. I don't see you riding tidal waves and those kind of things. It's like I don't see anything exciting in that sense. I see a realistic job, and I see a job that pays well. And again, it gives you what you want. It gives you control of your schedule. It gives you control of the conversation. It gives you a set of parameters in which people follow, and it's like that's the way it is. If they have questions, that's the job. That's the way it is. And the best part, and
Yeah.
you like that. You're gonna like that because you are somebody who likes structure. You like
Yeah.
to know A equals B equals C equals D, and this is the way it works. So that's what I'm getting. And I don't know if any of that resonates, but there you go.
Hello, Ollie.
Why am I not seeing this stuff? Wow, who is? I gotta.
Ollie is someone who was there last week or last time we were
No, I mean
on.
the messages you're talking about. I'm not even seeing them.
It'll come up. Like I see it coming through Restream, so you'll see it eventually.
Oh, okay.
Rosa
Oh,
said, "Could
I
we
see it
see
buried.
around what month?" But didn't you say what month?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Rosa said, "Could you see around what month for this job?" I immediately felt like while you were talking that she was going to make it through the end of the school year, and this was more of a summer. And I'm actually
Yeah.
seeing the words July or something like more summertime. Like I feel like you're going to make it through the school year,
Yes.
and then you're just not going to like when they're like, "Are you coming back?" You're like, "Absolutely not. I'm not coming back." But I do see you making it through the school year.
Let's see. Oh, I'm seeing some now. I see a beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, and then there's David Stumball, and says, "Welcome, David Stumball." Replying to David Stumball, Awardian Awarline, can you add me? I don't know what that means.
I think that on our Facebook Live, people are asking for questions, and then there are people who are coming in saying, "If you inbox me, then I will answer your question." If you want your reading live with me and Don here now, then we will answer your question here. Any inboxes or any requests for inboxes are not something that we are condoning or that we are actually advising you to do.
Yeah, no, we're not. If you want to deal with us, it's right here live, and then that's just kind of that's the way it is. Okay, that makes sense. Lord have mercy. Why would people want to do that? Oh, I see.
So
Edward.
she is someone who is on our page replying to the people on our Facebook page, telling them to add her or to inbox her.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. That's something interesting to know. Damn, that's excuse my French, but that's some balls. Come on to somebody else's thing and try to, it's like, damn, if are you not successful enough that you can't get your own people to follow you? I'm gonna be quite blunt there, excuse me, but that's what it is.
I heard new levels, new devils.
I'm telling you, Lord have mercy. And Ali, yes, welcome, Ali. How are you? How are you? I do remember Ali actually
Yeah,
during our last time, but I was wondering who was and how they were coming through. But now I'm seeing now Rosa. I caught up here, and now it's okay, great. Oh yeah, Rosa is a teacher. I see, and she's and toxic. And oh, I see. Okay, they're
it,
all popping now. Yeah. And then Rosa says that person is a troll on Facebook.
yeah, basically.
Lord have mercy. Well, I guess you've arrived when you've been trolled. So there you go. Angie, we have arrived.
Oprah, they're trolling us. I mean, you know that we're ready
Absolutely.
now.
Oprah, call me. Doot, 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 doot. Lord have
Okay, who's
mercy.
next?
Next is Carter. Carter, oh
Oh,
Carter.
finally, Carter.
Yes, Carter's like, damn, it's about time. And Carter, I have you at 2250, so I can easily find you based on your
Oh,
time.
okay.
Let's see, 2250 is here close by. Oh, because he amended it. He actually had a question, and I think he amended his question or something. Um, yeah, there it is. Okay. Is this the one? Edited, yes. I feel as if my parents are against me, especially my mom. I want to know what their feelings are about me and career update.
As I read your original questions, it said, "Could I receive a reading? I feel my parents are hard against me." I got a dark energy, like a abusive energy. Like, I don't know if it's verbal abuse, but I don't feel like it's a good environment. Like, I feel like you have a relationship with them out of necessity. These are my parents. I love them. I have to communicate with them, but I got a very dark energy from it. And you trying to please your parents and not understanding why you're not pleasing them or why they are not as kind. Like, do you have siblings? Like, I feel like you may think that your siblings are treated better than you or something. Like, I do feel like there is very much tension in this relationship. Like, now they're showing me the Five of Wands, and usually the Five of Wands for me is collaboration, but in this way they're telling me it's very much conflict, and there seems to be a lot of like arguments, family, like I feel like there's chaos and yelling and screaming, and you like isolating and coming back. Like, I feel like you keep coming back, trying to rebuild this relationship or trying to make this relationship work because you really just don't understand why it's not working. As far as the career, I feel like it's also a hindrance on your career because it kind of takes some of your confidence away. Like, you do seem to be a hard worker, a talented person. I do see a phone or some kind, like, it feels like you're in an at-home environment, or either that's what you want. But you do seem to be a hard worker. Um, Don, you can go ahead because I'm trying to figure out if there's growth in the career. And then I also hear, like, I feel like you're kind of sabotaging your job opportunities because you let all this family stuff overwhelm. Like, maybe you get everything settled and on track, and then this family stuff takes over, and then you lose focus and you kind of have an issue at work, or you have too many family situations that are affecting work.
My question is, Carter, who is the sibling, the older sibling? There's an older sibling, and there is an issue. Um, the issue surrounds the older sibling. The issue that creates this feeling. I'm not even sure it's quite as pronounced. Um, it's like this. I don't want to say rivalry because I don't think it's a rivalry necessarily between the two of you. I think the siblings don't have the issue so much as the parents.
Comparing, your brother
Yes,
does. Why can't you be more like your brother?
yes,
Like,
yes.
maybe your brother went traditional. Is your brother in the military? I felt like I felt a military route. Like, it feels like your brother went the traditional route, or your brother is a little has already stepped into his success, and you're in his shadow, fighting to get out of the shadow.
And the problem is that the eldest is very uptight. They're very they've worked to please the parents. They've worked to do, or the person that I'm seeing again. It's that person that's on the pedestal. And if anything, uh, either intentionally or unintentionally, consciously or subconsciously, you did not want to be that person. You wanted to be something different, and in so doing, you've created a different part of you, and that different entity who is you is again not within what the parents kind of expect, and therefore it creates the imbalance. But it's not as though you set out to do it. Subconsciously you just wanted to be different. You wanted to be set, you want to be set apart, you wanted to be noticed, and because you were too much in the shadow, and trying to find your own way and to create your own path, you've created a deviation in what they believe should be a tried and true path. And to be honest with you, there's only going to be time and success to make this different. You have got to stop living the life for them. You have got to stop living in their life. This is not their life. This is your life. And so if you constantly live in their life, if you constantly live in their image of what you should be, if you constantly live in the image of how you should respond, then you will not change. You will not move forward because that's not who you are. That's not who you have been, and that's not who you can be. You have to be you. But the one way to buttress all this, the one way to fight this in the end, but to buttress this in the support of your career is success. If you are successful in your career, if you are self-sufficient, if you are somebody who comes back and can just be, this is who I am, your self-assuredness in your success, when the parents come at you or when you feel like that energy is being sent to you and you're like, I'm good, it's all good, that is what is going to twist it. That's what's going to spin it. Because the thing is this: the parents want success. They do want good things for you. They just believe that you don't know what that is, and they do. And so again, once you come back and you say, "Look, I went out and I did it, and now I'm successful at it." The word success, that having that confidence and that surety, when you walk back in and like, "This is me," and you own it, all of a sudden, then they're like, that's all we wanted for you. That's all. That's what we wanted for you was success. We didn't think you made the right choice, but you proved us wrong. They won't say the wrong part though. Don't get me right. They won't say that, but the success part they will. They're like, they'll be happy for your success. I do believe that. I truly do believe that.
Yeah. I kept hearing the word different, different, free spirit. Like you are very
Mhm.
much the polar opposite of your brother. Like he's very traditional, very and the word they're using is obedient, very falls in line. And you're like, no, that's not what I want. I'm not this person. I'm not a photocopy of you or of that person. You're very much a free spirit, but I don't feel like your parents I don't feel like there's malice. I feel like it's unconscionable comparison that they're using and that they don't realize what it's doing to you when they make this comparison. Your
Yes.
brother does this. Why don't you talk to your brother? Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? And so that's what it seems more like to me. Like just yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those situations where there's been a failure to communicate for a period of time on the same you communicate, but you're not on the same level. You don't sync up. And so sometimes they're saying this and you're hearing this, and then you're saying this and they're hearing this, and you're like, that's not what I said, because they already have framed it and you have already framed your conversations before you get together. And so again, you're going to have to show them the talking part's not going to work. It's got to be showing, and the showing is success and confidence and pleasure in the fact that, hey, I'm doing what I love and I'm growing in this. This is my way. That's what's going to change this whole dynamic. Hopefully I helped you, Carter. Hopefully we said something that connected with you. Emily, you are next. And Emily is at 2235, I think. Let me look it up. 2235. I see 2335. Is it 23? Oh, no, it's 22. It's got to be.
And I'm sorry, what was the name one more time?
Emily?
Emily. Okay. Oh, she says she's here.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to find your question, Emily. I'm trying so I can pop up on the screen. Here it is. Do you see, there we go. Do you see B reaching out? If so, how will this go?
I see B immediately as I read the letter B hanging out with his friends a lot. Like he seems to be an immature energy who is still um he's not ready to I don't feel like he's ready to be serious in a relationship, and like he's just kind of hanging out with his friends and talk. Like I see a group of guys just kind of hanging out, like maybe eating or shooting the breeze. I don't feel like he is ready for a relationship. I hear the word clingy, like maybe you wanted it to be a lot more than he wanted it to be, and there was a rush forward with the relationship. But I don't feel like he was ready for that. You both seem young, or either he's just that immature. Like they are showing me definitely a page, but it's that sword of truth like that they're showing me. As far as the page, there doesn't seem to be an emotion attached to it. It doesn't seem to be like the buddings of a business or um of a logical like coming together. It just seems to be that sword of truth, and the answer is I don't feel like he is going to reach out, because I just feel like he is not on that maturity level, and that he's just literally being a young man hanging out with his friends is how they present him to me.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm getting a signal which I don't quite know how to interpret it. I'm getting this feeling of man-child, but I don't think that's exactly what I'm also, that's not the end of it. Does B have a child? And I'm getting the fact that I'm
She
getting a
said
feeling
co-parent. Okay, that's the child. She says no relation, just trying to co-parent. I
co-parent.
just don't feel like he's mature enough. Like maybe the baby matured you, but I don't feel like he's of that maturity level yet.
Yeah, because I was getting I was getting the child, yeah, and I was getting and the man child. The man child didn't. I'm like that's why I asked before, did he have a child? Because I'm like, yeah, if there's a child, there's a bond, the child there. But unfortunately, yeah, I just, yeah, I don't even understand the relationship. I don't even. I'm trying
She
to put
says
it.
no relationship. Like maybe, like I don't. And excuse my bluntness, like I feel like this was a hookup that resulted in a
Right.
pregnancy, and you took on the parenting role as the mom, and it matured you. I have to provide for
Yeah.
another human being. He just has not realized that yet. He may in the future, but at this point, he has not. You nagging him, calling him, whatever, trying to get him to move forward with it isn't going to make him. He's just not at that maturity level. And Spirit is saying, had you taken more time in the relationship, you would have realized, or had you not kind of, they're showing it to me, had on rose colored glasses, you would have saw how immature it was. Like I feel like he did things and it just annoyed you to no end. Like
Yeah.
this was very fast and free. It doesn't feel like it was a long term thing that resulted in this, but you did step up and he just has not. And I don't know that he will. But is his family involved? I see like maybe they could possibly be.
Yeah, I just don't think that this is not going to go anywhere. There's nothing there. I just don't, I feel nothing there. Nothing.
Yeah, it was
I
very
feel
fast and free and
yeah,
just
yeah,
not like we didn't get to know each other,
yeah,
and this was the result. And you are, oh, she says they don't know, the parent, his parents
yeah,
don't know yet, but I do feel like it would be going behind him, not going behind his back, but
yeah,
like he's not going to be present in it. But if they knew, they would want to work with you on taking care of their grandchild.
yeah.
I don't see that he is just ready for that situation, and I don't feel like they're going to be upset with you. It may be the regular legal things like, oh, we need a paternity test, oh, we need this, and blah, 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 blah. But they do seem like they would be the way to circumvent and get the assistance that you need. I just don't feel like he's going to be that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's interesting. As soon as you were talking about the assistance, I just saw a big stop sign flash in front of me. And it's like, don't go
Oh,
there.
then
Don't go
no, they're not going to help
there.
either. But yeah,
But no,
I definitely feel like,
I think you're gonna open up a can of worms. I
yeah.
think that you don't want to go.
Oh, like
Yeah.
maybe they'll try to take the child.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
I
Yes.
see that.
Yes. 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 No, I'm thinking this is not healthy. This is don't go down that road.
Just
That's
go ahead and move forward with your life, honey.
just live your life and be the mother that you will be, the great mother that
Yeah,
you will be,
yeah,
and be the parent that can be both mom and dad. And
yeah.
eventually that's coming. Your significant other is coming, and
I
that's
was, oh my gosh, I was just gonna see. I see a brown hair colored man, but more of a mature. Like I feel like
Mhm,
this is down the road. Like I feel like you still have lessons you need to learn too. Like even if they
mhm,
brought this new person to you, you
yeah,
wouldn't appreciate him
yeah,
or understand his level because you're both still growing into that person. But I do see him down the line. And I don't know if you have a little girl or not, but I feel like maybe it might be a little boy. But I do feel like this person is an older child by the time you meet this brown haired guy.
mhm, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I see I'm seeing the half sleeve tattoo on this guy. It's interesting.
Oh, okay.
Half sleeve tattoo. It's tribal. It's like a tribal kind of thing. It's really cool. And and it's like yeah, it's nice. That's what's going to, the reason why I'm pointing this out, because that's what's going to draw you to that person. You're going to see that tattoo and you're going to be fascinated by the tattoo, and then that's going to open the conversation, and all of a sudden boom, this is going to turn into a relationship. But that's down the road. That's down the road a bit. Do not pursue anything with B. Don't worry about B. Leave him and his parents. Leave him go. That's I'm getting red flags. I'm getting stop signs. Don't even go there. So hopefully it helps you there, Emily. Next is Nada Nada, and Nada Nada says, Hi everyone, how are you? Kindly let me know, does Hattie love Nita? Does Hattie remember Nita? Is it Hattie love or remember? I don't know. Okay. Please tell me easy English. I understand English a little bit from Istanbul, Turkey. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What I want to know is, are you one of these people? I don't feel comfortable telling you about somebody else's relationship. Like, does Hattie love Nita? Are you Nita?
I think she is. I think that's why the
Okay.
NDA, Nita, Nita.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm guessing that's Nita, Nita.
Okay. Um,
We have to break it down in very plain English, apparently. So because and we can do that. I think that Nita, I think that your thoughts of your feelings for Hadi are going to be more than they have for you. I don't think that it's the same. I think that you have somehow taken some time or incidents and have made them much more important to you than they are to Hadi. And so I don't see Hadi as having the same feelings for you. I think that I think Hadi is already involved. I'm seeing the three of swords card in my head, and so I'm seeing that Hadi actually is with somebody else, and you probably know that already. Maybe you're just wondering if something is going to come there. I don't think anything will come of this. I think that Hadi is already off the market, and even if so, I don't see that this being where you are will be. That's what I'm getting. What do you have? And maybe the opposite, Angie. I don't know. What do you see?
no, I definitely felt like I didn't get any kind of romantic feelings. Like it didn't feel, I didn't get any warm and tinglies. I didn't get, like, they usually show me a heart. They give me some kind of anticipation. Like I feel like you already know that this person, and they showed me the Three of Cups, and I always think of, oh, why would people say the Three of Cups is a third party? It is a celebration, but it's him that seems to be like a little bit of mingling here, a little bit of mingling here. Like he doesn't seem to be serious about you at this time. I don't know if it's like the parent of your child or something, but I didn't get any warm and tingles. I didn't get any relationship vibes. I didn't get anything that has to do with this is we're sharing a cup of love. That's how I saw it. I didn't get anything that felt like a progression forward or even a commitment to you.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. So sorry that it's not good news. But again, you have free will, so maybe you can make something happen. But I don't think so. I think that this is not going anywhere. I think that for you, it's a little more than it is for them. Maybe even a lot more. So hopefully that helped you. Next is Joni, and Joni says, "Sorry, I had to walk away for a minute. Where is my relationship with Donnie? Is going? Where is relationship going? We are both Virgos. Thanks."
Okay. And you don't have to tell me your sign. Like I see a lot of people doing that. I don't look up your sign, or
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
doesn't help me in any way. I ask directly, so you don't have to put the signs.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't. It doesn't. Yeah, the signs are when spirit talks. Spirit doesn't talk in signs. More like sign language.
I feel like Donnie is an older person. Like maybe he's older than Joni. Um, Oh gosh, these relationship questions are just not doing me right tonight. I just don't feel any warm and tinglies, but I feel like a lot of the questions are being asked because you already have that kind of thought and you just want us to confirm what you're already feeling. Um, does Donnie have children? Like I see little kids, like he's maybe holding their hand, but I don't feel like they're your children together. is how I see them. And this is a like it's maybe a little boy. Like I feel like there's a little blonde hair little boy, like he's holding his hand, and like he's being pulled off to that family or that. Like I don't feel the togetherness of you, but I feel like maybe he's being pulled in that direction and maybe you're being pulled in that direction, but you're trying to hold together. I just don't feel like a romantic bond at all. I feel like other obligations outside. And I don't know that he's romantically involved with anybody else, but I do see a child that does not seem to be your child together. And that's kind of all I see. Like you're literally outside and he's holding this kid's hand and he's kind of walking away to that life and you're still standing there. I don't feel a romantic pull.
Yeah, for me, the only thing I'm getting, what I am getting is that the two of you went through something together, and that's what brought you together. What brought you together is you dealt with something together, and it seems like a family drama issue or a family crisis situation. Um, um, God, not to get into somebody's business, but I'm wondering if one of you have. No, we're not going there. It's not my business. No, no, sorry. The point is I think somebody has some issues. They have placed some things above people. I'll leave it that way. And those things sometimes can alter their behavior, and therefore that's an issue that is going to be between the two of you that cannot be resolved. And that's as close as I'm going to get. I won't go any further with that. The point is, no, I don't see this. I don't see this happening. I don't see this being a beneficial situation. In the end, I don't see it happening.
No.
Don't like the feeling, man. I don't even like the feeling of this. But this is, I mean, there's something that I don't like. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of brought my energy down. Like there's
Yeah.
an omniscient, there's something that even maybe we aren't supposed to know, but maybe she hasn't. Like the exact words that I hear, God, like rejection is God's protection. Like this would be
Mhm.
you're better off
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah. When I think of this, my head feels like it's an altered state, and that's not comfortable. This is not. Yeah. No. 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 Sorry, Joni. Could not help you there. Wish it could. We did help you because we kind of gave your answer, but it's unfortunate. I think it's not the answer that you were kind of hoping for. Oh man, that's not good. Didn't like that. um, let's see. We have no one. We have other people who want readings. I have nobody else on the list in line. Angie, what are you thinking? Are you thinking we should kind of call it an evening, and
Um,
you want to do one more? You know, there's
these
creative arts
beautiful
there.
Sagittarius. Did we do that? I feel like
Mm,
they've been in there for a while.
well, yeah, I have to find them. I just looked. I saw Captain of a Starship, whom I thought was quite. I was like, "Are you kidding?" Anyway, but that's a whole other thing. Which one was it?
Um, beautiful Sagittarius. My name is Farah. What do you need to know and understand about all that I've been going on in my life? What does she need to know in order to find out what's been going on in her life up to this time? And they were before Ali. I don't know that did Ali ask for a question?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
He popped in and said hello, and then that's when but I didn't see a question.
And then beautiful Sagittarius is after that.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Is there a list? I'm sorry, I don't ask love. Sorry, I don't ask love. Well, that's true. I'm okay. My name is Farah. Oh, there you go. Okay. My name is Farah. There we go.
Okay.
My name is Farah. What do I need to know and understand about all that I've been going on in my life at this time? Okay.
I immediately got a feeling of pain and a progression, like it was a journey. Um, okay, let me
Farah, if you're still here, let me know who recently passed. Who recently passed? Somebody. It looks like it's on the father's side.
grandmother.
but it's on the father's side. Who did you lose somebody on your father's side? Yeah, probably a grandmother, grandparent. I'm looking; they're a little bit behind you. They're not far behind you, but they're a little behind you. So it's more of an older energy. Somebody who um, somebody who, and they suffered a little bit. They suffered with an illness. It wasn't a short. It wasn't like a boom. This was a more of a long-term illness situation. Um, when they passed, they kind of they took with them part of you. You were connected to them. You were very close to them. There's somebody whom I'm getting like chest heart issue. Congestive heart failure, maybe breathing situation. I don't know. Maybe was it COVID? I don't think so. I'm not getting COVID necessarily, but I'm getting breathing situation. But I'm wondering if it's because of enlarged heart, like a congestive heart failure. Does this ring a bell? Does this resonate with you? Because I'm getting that energy. That energy's here, and that energy is coming very clearly. That energy is feeling for you. That energy is coming through because that energy feels that you need somebody on your side. Then you feel like you are alone. You feel like you are by yourself. You feel like there's no one that can understand you. There's no one that can support you. And this energy is coming in to tell you that you are not alone, that they are there with you. They were there with you in life and they are there with you in death. They are walking with you. They're walking beside you. They also warned me about one of your friends. One of your friends, I'm getting the letter D or E. That friend is a problem for you. That friend is an energy vampire. That friend is sucking energy from you. Again, it's a D or an E is their first initial. This is somebody who who says they mean the most for you, and they do believe it, but at the same time they're sucking energy from you. They are very negative. I'm getting a feeling like I'm getting this person has purple. They like purple. They love to wear purple. The D or E I'm talking about. And again, they're telling your spirit, the person that's with you right now, they're telling me very clearly that this person is not healthy for you. You need to find a way to buffer from them or to break from them. They're not the friend you think they are. Um, but they're also, again, they're reminding me as a spirit that they are there with you. They are there to walk you through this. They're going to help you through this. You're not alone. When you need to reach out to them, they will come. They will there to try to comfort you. They're telling me that when they are here, you're going to feel like a rubbing on the back, this side here. This is my right side. So they're telling me that they're going to be feeling like it's like a pat on the back. That's when they want you to know they're there. So when you need them, feel for that. You will feel that they're there. Then you'll feel that rubbing on your back. They're there. They're there. You're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone.
I did hear something about be true to yourself. Like maybe you're coming into this journey, this metaphysical journey, and this person wants to help you out. Like I felt like there was so much I should have said before I left. Like I felt like there was so much they wanted to say, but they did not. And the illness seems to have ravaged them before they could get it all out. I also feel like they are really thinking that you are the power source, like you are the person to carry this forward, whatever it should have been or whatever they should have been. And so, whoever this person is kind of like, I feel like they are here to guide you and to help you to move forward on this journey. Um, and yeah, that's it. Like I clearly heard be true to yourself. Like I feel like it's been a long, painful journey. But the thing that they're reminding me of is when I finally had that contact with my grandmother who passed, and she said to me, I know you feel like your life has been hard, but it was necessary. So like I feel like whatever journey or whatever experiences you've had, they were necessary, but like you are ready to move over into another realm or into another area of like discovering your abilities or something like that, and they are ready to help you in that way.
Yes. Yes, you are not. And the most important thing I kept getting, you're not alone. You're not alone. So, so know that you're walking with them. You're walking with them. They're with you all the time. They're embracing you. They're loving you. They're hugging you. You are not alone. Not alone. The
um
only, go ahead.
i
Mhm.
I know we don't, are we done with this person?
Yes, we are. Mhm.
Okay, so there's two people in there and they're both saying, does B, my love interest, want to be a part of my life? It's two different people, but they both use the initial B. That was
Uh-huh.
concerning to me. But one of them is creating arts and they are very intent on knowing about this B love interest
Mhm.
person, and that um it's okay. So please, I need to know. So Amy, you're the person who really needs to know. Amy Morgan, does B want to be with me? And I just don't feel like it's a yes. I feel like you fell very hard and fast to this person, and that you really latched on and wanted to be something, and this person just doesn't feel as intent or as deep for you. I don't feel like they're like where you see it as like a fully committed relationship. I don't see that they feel it that way. Like you are really making decisions based on your love for this person, and they are receiving whatever you're giving, but I don't feel like they are invested in it to the level that you are. So I really want to say that, because you really seem like you were intent on, I need to know if this person loves me, if this person feels the same way. And I don't feel like it's a reciprocal love. Like I don't feel like there's two cups being shared. I feel like you are hot and heavy and deep and wanting this to be more than it is. This person does not seem to be committed to you in that way. And that's how I saw it.
Well, I hope that helps. Um,
And that was for Amy Morgan
Amy, yes, yes,
regarding
yes.
B.
And then
Does my love B want me to be a part of his life?
I do see that I did have one more name here. It was Stacy. So I'm trying to go back over real quick. Um,
Stacy with the N.
Stacy N. Yes. Hmm.
Can I have a relationship reading? That's her
Okay.
question. It's at
Okay.
2343 on my side.
Okay, Stacy, you are our last one because that's the last name I have. It's Stacy with an I, right?
That is correct. And
Yep.
I was going to ask, did we do Stacy?
Yep. No, she was on my list. Yep. She was my last one on my list after Nada Nada, Nita, whatever
Okay.
it was. Okay. So, well, Angie is thinking, by the way, thanks everybody for popping in. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for letting us use our abilities and skills to help you. We are here back on Wednesday evening between 7 and 9 Mountain Time. And on Thursday mornings, I'll be back with Shauna 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And don't forget to check out our YouTube pages, our Facebook pages. Angie's is A5Says and also Angie Lewis. Depends on which page it is. And mine is Sonoran Mystic Tarot throughout the bunch. So YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and also sonoranmystictarot.com on my email. I mean my webpage. So check us out. What do you got there, Angie? Anything?
Um, oh crap. Stacy. I got that you're a very strong spirited woman, very independent, very no nonsense, and you cut things short. Like you, like they definitely show me like a queen of swords. Like you don't you cut through, and any issues that you're having in your love life isn't for lack of suitors. It's for lack of being able to put up with the BS. Like you're just like, okay, nope, this isn't gonna work. Okay, nope, this isn't gonna work. You don't seem to be friendly to foolishness, and that was spirit's word. You're not friendly to foolishness. You don't want to play games. You're ready to be in a serious, mature, committed relationship. Like the queen is sitting there like, I am worthy of this greatness. Why aren't you responding to me in that way? You seem to be a very confident woman, but also very pretty, and they confuse, like it's kind of confusing. Like you're so pretty, you shouldn't be this smart as it is. Like you're smart, pretty, and confident. Like you very much seem to be um easy to express your opinion and to walk away from situations that don't suit you very well. So any issues with your relationship have to do with your confidence. I do see a man in a suit with dark hair, older, mature, coming your way. That's what I see. But I don't feel like I see 6 to 12, so I don't know if that's 6 to 12 weeks or 6 to 12 months, but I do see like it's further down the line, and I'll see if they'll show me a season. But Don, you can go ahead while I try to
I went ahead
um
with my healing cards, the angel healing cards. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance was the one thing when you talk about relationships is apparently there's a stumbling block in your with you in the sense of again there's something about you that you still have to work it out. There's some part of you or part of something about you that you have issues with, and you really have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself to be able to give the partner a true person that you want. You are blessed. You are blessed, and sometimes you don't feel that. You feel like sometimes you're cursed, and it's the opposite. You are blessed. You have got to embrace yourself. You've got to understand that new love is coming down the road. It is right around the corner. You have to watch for the signs. Again, new love is one thing, but the strong relationship is different. Love can last a day, love can last a week, a lifetime, whatever. You have to make sure that you understand the difference between the two, and when one is going to be a true relationship and when one's going to be an infatuation. And that's, again, being true and honest to yourself. You know the right person when they come along. You know the one who's going to be Mr. Right and Mr. Right now. You know who can fit the mold, and then those who you force to fit. And so most importantly, you have to be honest to yourself. That's the truth integrity part. You have to be honest with yourself and be ready to say, look, I'm okay with having the dating process right now, but this person's not, we're not going anywhere. Or this one's worth pursuing to see where it's going, but knowing that there is an open question there, and then pursue it. But again, be honest with yourself and be ready for the relationship. The other thing is, again, as I still believe you have something you're stumbling over that, again, you haven't accepted in yourself, that you haven't dealt with, that once you get over that, then I believe that a lot can happen. But until you embrace that, until you work through that, it's a block. It's a block. And it's not going to let you have a healthy relationship until you do that. So again, figure out what that is, get that resolved, and then you'll be able to move forward. That's what I'm seeing.
As you were saying that, I really feel like it's a pretty thing. Like people approached her as a pretty girl, but for sexual. Like they were purely sexual. Like she seems to be a pretty girl is how they present it to me, and she gets tired of people wanting her in that way, like feeling like she is an object of affection when she feels like there should be more. So that's her defense, I think, mechanism is that, I can just shut this down right now. I know this isn't right, but I do, like, the person is coming, and like you said, she's just not ready for it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he does have broad shoulders. I feel like broad shoulders. He stands up straight. He has like dark hair. He's very a mature person. And he like I feel like he tones you down, but not in a, oh, you need to stop being so outspoken, but in a love yourself type of way. Like
Mm-hmm.
teaches you how to love yourself um and not be combative. And I
Mm-hmm.
understand that.
With that said, we are about done. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. If you wanted a reading and you were on the list and you missed your own reading, don't panic. Go to the different page that you're on, be it YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, and you can, as soon as we go offline here, those go online. And so all the recordings are back live again. And so you can rewatch them and you can find where your reading is. As if you were on the list and I acknowledged you, you got a reading. So you can find your reading there. Also, if you did sit through and listen to your reading and you want to listen to it again, the same thing. You can go back and play it, because there are times where I go to readers, Angie goes to readers, all the readers go to readers. We love it. And I'll record myself and then I'll record the reading and I'll play it back over and over again, because I'm like, what did I miss there? Make sure I don't miss a nuance, because I was so interested in focus on one point. Sometimes I forget the rest of the conversation because I was so focused. So you're welcome to go do that. Also, while you're there, don't forget to hit the subscribe buttons under YouTube for both Angie and I. Hit the likes and follows and all those other things. And yeah, most importantly, thank you for coming. We appreciate that. What's
I
up?
just have to say one more thing. Carter said he didn't understand what we said about his career. He was the person who had the issues with the siblings and do the parents like me? I do
Oh,
believe
he's the
that's what it
brother
was.
situation?
Yeah, he's in here. He says, "Hey guys, I don't think I understood the career message from the last reading. Could you clarify that? I'm just starting my own business." And I do believe we told him that the success, like once he got successful in his business, um, that would give him, like, that would be what his parents want for him. I think that was the issue. It was like a family issues with the older sibling or somebody, him being
Yes.
in their shadow. Um, like I feel like his business is a non-traditional business or something that isn't
The
Like
parents
go into the office.
Exactly. The parents did not see, in my opinion, the parents did not see that as being an avenue for a successful life or career. And again, what I saw is by you going out there and making your business a success, that's the response to your parents. You can tell them all you want, they will not listen. That's not the key. You're not your brother. You can't be his image. He is one thing, you are something different. Your answer to them will be coming home a success. When you come home a success, then you'll realize all they wanted for you to was be successful, and they felt in their world, in their mind, and what they knew, that what you were proposing would not be the success. And when you come home, they'll be thrilled that you did. They will never admit you were right, they were wrong, but they will be thrilled that you were successful. Again, it's you will go out there, make your business happen, get that business off the ground, make it a success, and then come home and you will get that admiration that you have been looking for.
Yes. And that's it. So I hope you got a better understanding from that. But that's all we were saying is like go and do your own thing and be successful in your own right. That is all that they are going to accept.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
All right. Well, this was fun as usual, Don. We laughed a
Absolutely.
lot. I hope that we helped out a lot of people and that we were able to provide some information for individuals. I would like to say, guys, you don't have to post your questions 4 or 5 or 6 times. That makes it hard for us to see it. If you post it that one time, we promise we'll find it. Just don't like when you repost over and over and over again, it bumps and so then we have 10 on top of
Yeah.
the one. So like you don't really have to keep posting the same thing over and
Yeah.
over again. But
Yep.
yeah,
And
we
again,
do
you're
thank you all for being here. And
yep.
I am overwhelmed by how many platforms we are, how the questions all came through. Restream is, I really like it. I do
Yes.
like the concept of it and how it puts it all together for us in a
Absolutely.
coherent thing. And we just have to kind of search through it.
Yes, and also it's great to again, don't worry about the zodiac signs.
We don't
When
need.
you're reading tarot card, to me, zodiac means nothing. Angie, the same thing. And when you're talking to Spirit Direct, Spirit's like, I don't give a damn if you're born in October or January.
Right. All I
It
need to
means
know is
nothing.
your name because I
Yep,
clearly asked what information do you have for
exactly.
Robert or Angie or whoever it
Yep,
is. So
yep,
your sign doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna go and look it up and think like, oh, you're a
exactly.
Taurus, you're supposed to be like this. All my information is a direct hit, a direct
Yep.
vision, a direct word that I see, hear, feel. So none of that information's birthday, signs, or anything matter.
Yep, yep. And actually we appreciate every one of you for being open to the reading, because often people say they want a reading and you'd be surprised how often somebody will sit down in front of me, they'll pay me the money for a full read, and and it's not cheap. When we do this individually, it's not cheap, I assure you. They sit down and then the wall comes up and they're not open to a reading. And then I have to work with them to try to bring that wall down, and sometimes it doesn't come down, and therefore they leave and they get their money back, and it's like, thank you, and come back later. So we thank you for coming in and letting yourself be open and let that energy flow to us, because when we tap that energy, that's what Spirit responds to, which is wonderful. So thank you all so much for doing that for us, and coming in, and also for loving each other and helping each other. We are the Sonoran Mystic Tarot family here, the Soul Tribe, the Angie Lewis Soul Tribe. We're all part of that same Soul Tribe, and that Soul Tribe is important, because guess what? We are not alone. We are
Yeah.
here. We are
Yeah.
here. So, with that said, Angie Lewis, it has been 3 hours and 26 minutes. We have done a total
But
of
it didn't seem that bad to me. Like I'm not really tired. Like after we get off the phone and I have some water or something, I'll feel really tired. But I really enjoyed it. I loved all the questions. I
yeah,
loved everybody's patience with us. Like we really do give a lot of information in our readings, and we just thank you.
yes, and 33 readings.
Wow.
Holy crap! Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it?
Yes.
So, and beautiful Sagittarius, thank you for finding us. We appreciate
Oh,
that so much.
she said that she had the internet issues, and that's why she didn't hear our message. But we did do your reading.
Yeah, go back and look when we're
Oh,
done.
she says you need to hear it. So yes, we're glad that
Yeah,
you came through.
yes, yes, yes. And so and again, on the YouTube channel, on Facebook, on Twitch, you will find that as soon as we're done, these will be back up, and so you can go back and review them if you want to find where you
And
are.
just laugh with us, like.
Exactly, or laugh at us if you have to. Lord knows we do it enough our own self, right, Angie?
Yeah. This was fun. Like, I feel like it raised my energy and it felt good. Like, I really did miss us on Wednesday. So this was
Yeah.
fun.
Me too. And I told Angie earlier when I texted her and I said, "Do you want to do this?" I was being called to do this. I knew I needed to have this, and I don't know why. And now I know why, because I'm like you. The energy, it just helped me bring my energy up after having not been feeling well. This is like a good way to get me really revved up for
Yeah.
tomorrow, and I'm ready for
Tomorrow
it
in
now. Yeah.
class.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we will see
Yeah.
you all. Don't forget Wednesday evenings, Thursday mornings, and if you're on YouTube and you hit the subscribe, also hit that little icon bell and beside it, and that icon bell will give you notices every time we go on live or every time we post something. And so the
Yeah.
good part is that if it pops up on your phone and there's one little thing, you hit that icon, and all of a sudden, boom.
Ollie, your reading wasn't done. Ollie's asking, was her reading done? And I think when we got to you, we said, come and tell us, because you didn't say general or specific. So we never did do yours, Ollie.
Yeah. Join us Wednesday, Ali, at between 7 and 9 Central Time, Mountain Time, and we'll do the reading for you then. Be first on the
And
list.
Beautiful said, you were right. The person that passed is her uncle, and he passed from heart failure.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation for what resonated with you. That's wonderful. I appreciate that. It always helps us to get that feedback. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Isn't that amazing? Again, it's
Yeah.
good when the spirit comes through to visit. And the spirit's with you. Remember, you are not alone. He is here for you. Take care, Angie. Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Good night.
Night, night.